Hold, please. Go for it.
Hello, Internet. Can you hear me now? I hope so. And welcome to another episode of All Myths Are True here on Game Nights, but the first episode of our new season where we're going to be playing Tales from the Loop. Hopefully I don't ever have to say that again. I am your game master, your best friend, and your caked in 80s makeup mom, I don't know. Savvy, hi, I'm running this game, and these are my friends, and we're playing in the 80s now on Thursdays. But before we start, it's time for announcements, of which I don't have that many. It's really just our regularly scheduled things. You can find our regular schedule if you're watching this on Twitch down below our faces, on our drop page, as well as on our Twitter and on our Discord, pinned to one of the many channels that we have in there, probably the one relating to our shows. Coming out with us during all of those times. This weekend we've got a lot going on. On Saturday we're having an episode, a special episode of Saturday Nights at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, in which we're going to do a little epilogue about our previous campaign, and then we're going to fight some big monsters, probably. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. And then on Sunday, we have a new episode of our new Pathfinder show, The Pursuit of the Black Kestrel, and that's going to be really fun too. So we got D&D and then Pathfinder, and then probably some other fun stuff throughout the week. I think that's it. Anybody have anything they want to talk about?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
Well, in that case, then we will go ahead and get started. I'm going to put on some music that's a little more chill than this one, because this one makes me want to get up and jump around. It's very fun. How about this one? That's pretty chill. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Let's play Tales from the Loop. It is Saturday, August 17th, 1985. Welcome to Fountain City, a small but vibrant community in central Alabama. It's late summer and, as usual, unbearably hot and humid outside. Back to the Future is about to leave the local movie theater, and the marquee outside now reads, MJ Fox remains, coming soon. Teen Wolf. Shout by Tears for Fears just took the #1 spot on the Billboard charts, and summer vacation is almost over. It's time for one last hurrah before you all start 7th grade on September 3rd. But before all of that happens, it's the day after her 12th birthday, and Danny is having a party.
Heck yeah.
Danny, what would your parents do for your birthday?
Ooh. What do I do for my birthday? I think my mom would make sure that there is cake, but she usually works nights and like sleeps during the day, but like would make sure that there's like a nice cake for when her friends come over to hang out.
That's nice.
Let's see. I feel like Dad would take like her and her brothers to like the shooting range. Probably.
Okay. That's cool.
Which she's like chill about, but it's fun to spend time with them.
All right. So that morning, your dad wakes you up. You have a fun birthday breakfast, and your dad takes you and your brothers to the shooting range. And that afternoon, your friends are going to come over and celebrate. Since you have, I assume at your home, sort of on the edge of the city, a pretty decent amount of outdoor space. for
Yes.
children to run around in. So yeah.
Eat a bunch of sugar and run around outside.
Yeah, so as you come over from the shooting range and put on your fun outdoor party clothes. Don't know what those look like. They can look like whatever you want them to. Your friends from the neighborhood start to arrive. Danny, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Let's see. Well, Danny just turned 12 years old. And she's kind of been she's like kind of shorter than the rest of the boys, but she's slowly gaining on them. She's got like very short, like red hair, kind of cut in like a very sort of boyish cut, like pretty short. She's probably wearing like a jacket that's like obviously too big for her, but it was like one of her older brothers and she thinks it's cool, so she's wearing that. And it's 80s colors, so like nice teal and purple probably. Have like a windbreaker thing. But yeah, she's got red hair, blue eyes, and kind of just looks a little bit dirty all the time from being outdoors and messing around, and also like helping her like older brother and like his mechanic shop. So yeah, kind of has like dirt and grease and it's just a little bit messy all the time.
That's awesome. All right, so that is Danny. Some of the kids from the neighborhood start to sort of show up, bringing presents that their moms have wrapped for them, sort of small tokens of thanks for inviting them to your birthday party. Boys, which one of you would probably show up first?
I imagine it would probably be Axel.
Yeah.
Not just because he's closest to Danny's house, assuming this is at Danny's house.
Yes. Yeah. Although it's probably actually like out in like the barn actually, because her mom is sleeping.
Sure.
That's cool.
But at the property of
Yeah.
the Dannysons, because I don't remember.
Walkers.
Walkers. Gotcha.
Walker.
Out at the Walker Ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us about Axel.
Yeah. So Axel is also 12. His hair is probably longer than Danny's actually, because he is trying to start to grow out hair metal hair. But dirty blonde, green eyes. I'm making all this up on the spot, you can tell, because I don't think about this kind of stuff for my characters.
Don't tell people, they'll never know.
Eh,
We'll edit that out in post.
yep. Is showing up in probably some of his nicer jeans, as well as, he's got an Iron Maiden shirt on. But he definitely did bike over, and has leaned the bike outside the barn, and is very carefully and reverentially making sure the present that was strapped to the back along with his boom box is nice and safe and didn't get bumped over the ride. And yeah, that's what he do.
All right, so as kids are funneling in, Axel, one of the first to arrive, and then I assume Mel and Mike probably arrive together or in close proximity to each other.
I was thinking that they probably rode over together in one of their parents' station wagon, whoever that would be.
I'm being forced to go to meet the kids before school.
So maybe in Mel's mom's station wagon, they're riding over together.
So this is Mel's friends. They're not going to be cool. They're anything like Mel.
Sean, tell us about Mel.
So Mel gets out of the car. He is... I don't know heights for kids, but probably a little... Yeah, a little bit shorter than the others. He's 15, no. He's 12, like everyone else. He has black hair that's a little, like, mussy. I think his mom tried to get him to comb it, but he just, like, as soon as he got out of the car, he just, like, mussed it back up again. Sort of, like, mid-length. Has blue eyes, but I think keeps them kind of permanently looking at the ground. And he also has, like, a poorly wrapped package under his arm, a birthday present with, like, a bow stuck on it, and gets out of the car and then, like, turns around and goes, "Come on, Barry." And a Australian shepherd, little like gray and white, comes bolting out of the car and kind of runs around in a circle a bit before healing, and he and Barry, his dog, start walking up together, and then he looks over behind him to see if Michael's coming too.
Michael.
Thank you so much. Mike would step out, and if this was a movie, everything would kind of like slow down. You know, little John Woo, pigeons would fly. Comes out. He also would have jeans on, and even though it is summer, leather jacket with just like a white shirt because he's got to look the part. Picture a 12-year-old version of Steve Harrington with the hair and everything. He's got sunglasses on, which we'll put up on top of his head. It's like, but his hair's like surfer blonde because it's from Australia and live close to the coast. And then puts a piece of chewy in his mouth and grudgingly follows his younger cousin.
Not that much younger.
Half hour is still half hour, buddy.
And I did forget to mention underneath the jean jacket, which he probably has the sleeves rolled up because if it's Alabama in the summer, it's probably pretty warm. But he still wants to wear the jacket anyway because makes him feel comfortable. He does have a red T-shirt on with a big yellow lightning bolt on the front.
Nice.
For his favorite superhero.
Okay. Those are the kids. So yeah, you all show up to Danny's birthday party, which is probably mostly unsupervised.
Probably, yeah.
Woo, drinking!
Well,
Sure. You're 12. Calm down.
I'm gonna have 2 cups of red cordial.
Does anybody know what they would have gotten Danny for her birthday, or am I putting too much pressure on you?
No, I know what Axel put together.
Tell me, please. Tell everything.
So I think Axel probably approaches Danny at one point and is like, "Hey there, Danny. Happy birthday! I brought you your present.
oh, thanks, man.
I'm gonna go put it over there with the rest, but just figured I'd tell you. I mean, it's one of my mixtapes. I put together, your favorite songs from the Boss on one cassette for you.
Oh man, that's super rad. I'm gonna have to listen to it later.
Yeah, I hope you really like it. Anyway, I'll let you say hi to the others.
All
We're
right.
going now.
Axel runs away. Mel.
I got this for you. My mom picked it out. If you don't want it, I'll get something better, but hands it to you. It's a book. The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. I think that's that his mom picked out.
Yeah. Like,
That's
trying to
it.
think if she would have read it. Probably not.
And just kind of hands it to you, and then just
Uh-huh.
just like hands in pocket, and then just like walks off to someplace quieter. In the, I don't know how people are at this party, but away from where most of the people and the adults are at.
It's probably like most of the kids from your 6th grade class.
Oh, that's even worse. Yeah.
Like,
So
Yeah.
well, it's a small school, like 15 kids or so.
oof, too many. Yeah. Oh, as far away from the bulk of those people as possible.
Yeah. I bet like one of her older brothers is there and he's like playing some music for them. Like on a boombox.
I thought you meant
Or
he was like
something.
guitar guy.
I don't know. I haven't really figured out all of she has a couple brothers. I haven't figured them out exactly yet.
You can add in a guitar guy later.
Yeah, sure.
Are they in a band?
Oh.
Mike, did you bring a present?
Um,
Or did you put your
Yeah.
name on Mel's present?
no, I don't trust Mel's present. Did Mel introduce me? Because
Yeah,
said
is this
it's
the
first time
first
I'm meeting
time?
everyone,
That's
and Mel
actually a
just
good
walked off.
question. Is this the first? Well, that
Yeah,
actually
this is-
I hadn't thought about that. Is this the first time that? Did they
Yeah.
just move here this summer?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Then I
like,
think.
this is- I got told to go along to meet people my age before school.
Okay. Yeah. I think
Oh.
as
So none
as
of
I've,
you know Mike.
I've walked over and then I start to walk away and then I see Mike behind me and I turn back around and I say, "This is my cousin Mike."
Well, hey there.
G'day.
He's from Australia.
Ah, that's rad. You see like kangaroos and stuff?
I think so. Do you like kangaroos?
Yeah.
Anyways, nice to meet you. I'm Danny.
Mike, hand out a little handshake and be like, yeah, I don't know what you like, but here's like 4 free rentals from Blockbuster. You know, just
Wow.
Blockbuster's weird videos and stuff there.
Yeah, I heard about it, but hadn't gone by yet.
I don't know
like
if you have a
rent
VCR.
you can like get
but
movies and stuff.
Yeah. Is it VCR or Betamax the 80s? Or is it both?
Oh.
Yeah, I think Betamax is out. But that didn't take off. I don't know if you have either of those.
To Google.
To the internet.
What's Google, Mel? What's Google?
So what?
It's just
A
an,
what?
just an
To the
idea that I
library!
It's a DARPANET.
ARPANET, yes.
Um,
Well, I mean, I bet we could get the VCR fixed up. Maybe we could.
cool.
Well, thanks.
Joy?
Is that sure?
I'll hand you a piece of chewing gum because I always have chewy.
Yes, and she probably starts choosing it. Is it like a weird flavor from like Australia? Not that Australia's weird flavors, but is it like imported?
I
Nice.
got it from Food Fair Grocery.
It's double mint, but the logo's upside down.
Just curious.
Fuck you guys.
You wanted to be from Australia.
Just because I can't do a southern accent.
You're
Do you
doing
have-
fine.
Do you have Vegemite?
I can't do a southern
too?
accent either.
Was that a thing in the 80s?
Was what?
What?
The Vegemite? Is that a thing?
Vegemite?
Yeah, is that a thing in the 80s?
Is that
What,
always
did you
been a
think
thing?
Vegemite came in like the past 30 years? Oh,
We don't know, dude.
Vegemite was created because we couldn't get freaking Marmite from England because of the war, so we made our own.
Good to know.
What is
Also,
that?
VHS was released in 1976.
Yeah, but I think Betamax was also around. They were competing.
Yeah, they were competing.
Betamax
throughout the
just
80s.
doesn't.
And it
Yeah.
died.
Yeah, I bet they have one, but it's like used and like not working right now. So, but she takes it graciously, anyways.
Amazing. Does anybody else want to have any more really awkward 12-year-old conversations? Because I am living for this right now. This is my new favorite TV show.
I literally go park myself as far away as could still be considered in the party or around the party. And I sit there with Barry and I pull out a comic book from underneath my jacket and start reading it.
What are you reading?
I think... I was trying to remember the edition. The Spider-Man from the Secret Wars with the black, where they premiered like the black Spider-Man costume. I think that's what he's reading. It came out in '84, so I think he's probably read it a couple of times at this point.
No. So Mike, or you're not Mike, Mel. God, all of your names
Hey, I don't
are
know what him calling
Michael
your dog
and
Barry.
Melville and Danielle, which all end in the same sound, and Axel.
Yep.
Guys,
Oops.
hey guys, have a talk.
Well, so are we
Sean,
going
is this what
by?
it's like to be you?
Yeah. All right. So are we going by Mel, Danny, Mike, and Axel? Is it, or does everybody go by?
Yes.
Does anybody here go by their full name? I do need to know
Axel.
Exit. Just, yeah.
that. Go by
It goes
Axel.
by their
Axel
full
Rose,
name.
all one word. Okay, so Mel, you sort of park yourself on the edge of the party. I don't know what the rest of you do. What do the rest of you do? Do you party? You hang out with your classmates?
Yeah, Danny's gonna open Axel's gift. Be like, Axel, we're gonna play this music, and is gonna put the mixtape into the boombox, and we're gonna listen to the
Okay.
boss.
All right.
Oh, right now in front of everyone. Okay. I mean, yeah, sounds good.
Is there anything really embarrassing on there?
No, it's just what he said, but it's,
Yeah.
Is it
he
all
was not
love ballads?
expecting.
Not like a recorded message at the beginning that's like, "Hey, Danny,
Oh my gosh.
this is for you."
I dedicate this.
I will think on this. Maybe it's like a secret track that he included at the end.
Oh,
And
okay, I
I'm
love it.
assuming you did make this by like holding up the recorder to like the
To the
boom
boombox.
box and like recording it.
Of course.
Or did you hit
Maybe-
record on the
Um,
boombox?
I don't know enough about how they made mixtapes back then, but I feel like
Okay.
Axel is pretty good at it. And so, like,
So,
it's
yeah.
about as high quality as a 12-year-old
Do
can
you have like
Yeah.
a nice enough boombox that you could like record?
You actually have like a recorder or
probably-
something. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like built into it. Yeah.
Very good.
That would be the best way to make it, would be hitting record while it's played on the radio, then stopping before the guy starts speaking.
Yeah. So there's a lot of like at the very end of as it's trailing off, you get, and now that, and then that's the end of the song.
Yes.
Oh, as you can tell, we all lived through the 80s and know a lot about it.
Mhm.
Totally.
I
Great.
was
So,
born in the 80s.
congratulations, you're old.
But do you have memories of the 80s?
Yeah.
Shut up. Okay, 40 like 49 days is enough.
Barry, were there kangaroos in the 80s?
No, actually there wasn't. They were genetically modified in the 90s.
Learning so much about the 80s and Australia. And also myself, I guess. I don't know what this character is that I'm doing, but I'm gonna keep doing it. So yeah, you all hang out on Danny's sort of family's property for a while, hanging out outside. I don't know, you guys probably have like cornhole or something like that, right?
Yeah, there's
Lawn
probably
games.
there's probably like a soccer ball we're kicking around.
You know, fun kid stuff. Yeah, so that happens, and it's all very pleasant and wonderful. And I'm not gonna make you roll to have a good birthday because I think you do.
Oh,
And
thanks.
You're 12.
course, Mike's there.
Congratulations.
It's amazing.
So yeah, you all hang out. Mike, you start getting to know sort of the other kids.
To anyone that's considered popular here.
I mean, I'm sure there's someone who's more popular than the others. There's also Danny's older brothers who are at least a couple years older than you. So
They're pretty cool. At least
Is that
Danny,
Danny
pretty
saying?
you don't know.
cool. Yeah, I think Danny's probably like middle of the pack, probably popularity wise. Isn't super popular, but isn't at the bottom either.
Mel. On
Yeah.
a scale of Mel to Mike,
It's in the middle. I think.
get ready for this for a few sessions, Mel.
Uh-huh. Mel doesn't care.
Just wait till we get school.
Are you gonna bully me? Are we gonna have a thing on bullying in this game? We're gonna put a PSA at the beginning of our
Have
next
to have
session.
a bullying bottle episode. Oh no. Saved by the Bell. Mike, so you start to kind of scope everything out, try to get a feel for who's on top, going into 7th grade. Axel, I don't know. Do you act normal? One of you has to act normal.
I mean, I think once the mixtape starts playing for a bit, he gets into the music and kind of is just like, okay, yeah, no, I can handle this, and is probably doing that, talking with people about the music and being like, oh yeah, random tidbits about the boss and
Yeah.
other stuff, and what have you been listening to, and it's a far less awkward 12-year-old than I was, but it's still a 12-year-old,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah, they're all a
awkward.
little bit awkward.
Yeah, probably talk about like music videos too.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big thing.
Love it. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You all have a great time in your own ways. So the party goes on for a while. After a few hours, it starts to cool down a little bit as the sun is starting to set. And most people are starting to leave, sort of go home, but the 4 of you are left. And as a surprise, Danny, your dad sort of comes out and lets you know that for your birthday, he's finally fixed the VCR. And because it's the middle of 1985, a brand new Blockbuster Video has opened down the street next to the bowling alley, in between the bowling alley and the movie theater. And he encourages the 4 of you to hop on your bikes and head down to Blockbuster and rent a movie.
Sweet, let's go check it out.
I don't remember Mel's parents dropping off our bikes with us. We got a lift here.
I mean, they brought
You
the...
can ride on the back.
Also true. I mentioned you said you had older brothers too. You might grab an extra bike from...
Yeah. I mean, they might be a little big for you, but grab one of my brother's ones, or you could sit on the back of mine.
I'll borrow an older brother's one. I think I became friends with them because they were older.
I don't think I can ride that one. Sure.
All right.
And is Barry staying here?
No, Barry's coming with me. Everywhere. He's my iconic item. I
This is
am
gonna
nothing
confuse me
without
so
him.
much.
Barry is always with me.
Always.
Yeah, so Barry comes running. I guess I'll jump on the back of... I'll stand on the back of Danny's bike then.
Perfect.
Okay. All right. So everybody hops on a bike and heads down the street to the brand new Blockbuster Video. It doesn't take you that long to get there. You ride probably pretty irresponsibly, as those kids did.
Never.
It's all
This
over
time,
the
I
place.
have to assume.
I mean, I'm blasting the mixtape for Danny on the way there.
Heck yeah.
Amazing.
I love the song. Turn up.
It's very iconic and great, and you ride your bikes to Blockbuster while listening to very good music. You arrive a few minutes later, the 4 of you and Barry in tow. And you see sort of the outside of this building, sort of a big wall of glass windows, a glass door in the middle, the big sort of royal blue awning with the yellow Blockbuster logo. There is a sort of large bulletin board outside that's sort of hanging on one of the concrete walls of the shopping center. You see a couple of things pinned up there. One of them, a poster advertising the Fountain City Cultural Festival, which those of you who have lived here for a while or are from here are familiar with. This is a yearly celebration that happens in the evenings over the course of a week every summer just before school starts, that the PTA organizes. There is live music and there's movie screenings, and this all happens sort of in the park over by Hackberry Lake, and as well as they set up tents and they have these exhibitions for like the local kids to show off their art and creations and things, and it's all very nice. And it is this coming week, starting on Monday. And pinned up next to it, there is unfortunately a missing poster, which I think a couple of you are aware of, for a kid that is a couple years older than you, named Ella Wilkinson. She has been missing for almost a week, and the poster is still there. But you head inside, and you're in a Blockbuster. The bell rings as you sort of open the glass door. And you see it's pretty empty inside, but behind the counter, you see, most of you, I think, somebody that you at least recognize a little bit. Mike, you are fairly familiar with this person, as she manages this Blockbuster when your parents aren't around. Her name is, in my notes, somewhere. Her name is Ruby, and she is 15, going on 16. She has sort of short, cropped black hair, wears a leather jacket and a different sort of movie t-shirt underneath all the time. She's super cool, like the literal coolest. And you desperately want to be friends with her.
I am friends with her. Thank you very much.
You are friends with her.
Where do you think I got my leather jacket idea? Be like, she copied me. She copied me.
But yeah, this is your friend, and mine, Ruby Grimes, who works at this Blockbuster, sort of holds down the fort when your parents are not around.
Oh man, there's so many movies. Which one should we get? You guys want a scary one?
I don't know what's new.
It's 85.
Mid 85s.
When did The Thing come out?
I think that's after, to be honest.
Question.
I know Gremlins is out, Karate Kid's out. Oh no, The Thing was 82. We could get
82.
The Thing.
Yeah.
Let's
There's Star Wars.
Star Wars. Mike, what movie do you think we should get?
Yeah, your parents know the good
You
movies.
seem familiar about this place.
I don't know what you like. Ruby, what's something these kids, these people, I'm
From
stuck with?
behind the counter. I think she's
Man,
sort of
don't be
sitting.
such a poser.
Yeah, it's not
You're a
very
kid
nice.
too.
Sitting back there like popping gum and like reading a magazine, and she doesn't even look up. She just like shrugs.
All right. What about Ghostbusters? That one's pretty good.
I don't think Ghostbusters is on VHS yet. I'm looking to
Not
see. It
yet?
looks like it comes out on Halloween.
Of this year? I thought it came out last year.
Looks like, well, in theaters it came out.
Oh,
but
VHS,
the
you're right.
Yep.
Ah!
Yeah, I mean,
Takes a few months.
the most recent things I'm seeing, there's Wuthering Heights.
Oh, yes.
The Westerners. Pinocchio was in July. The Care Bears movie. No,
Perfect.
Planet of the Apes came out in early July.
Ooh.
Karate Kid was May.
Of 85.
Yeah, on VHS.
Those are probably. Oh, they came out on VHS. Okay, I thought you were saying in theaters. I was like, if they just came out, those are not going to be on VHS.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't even get the Goonies.
I think Mel would point over to Planet of the Apes and says that one looks good.
I don't think I've seen this one. It's got like monkeys and stuff. Is this like one of those sci-fis? Kind of like Star Wars?
And you just hear this like deep sigh from behind the counter. Yeah, I guess.
Well, let's get it.
I'm gonna take this one, Ruby.
Great. Don't break it.
Wait, you could just like take them?
Oh, my parents own the shop, so
What? Oh.
Just this one, not all of them though. He'll try to tell you that they own all of them, and it's not. It's just this franchise.
So have you seen like all of these movies? You just watch movies
Yeah.
all the time?
yeah, like all the time.
Who's your favorite actor?
Why his grades are so bad?
Shut up, Mel. You don't know my grades.
I
I've
know
done
you're-
half a year more of grade 7 than you.
Yeah, so are you gonna like go to our school now?
Yeah, apparently.
Well, I mean, we're all going to the high school starting this year, so new school for us too.
Yeah, you won't be the only one. You'll be
Trying
like,
to act like Ruby. Yay.
there's gonna be bigger kids though, now that I think about it. They're gonna be the small fries.
They're just bigger and louder. It's not that big of a deal.
Oh, I'm gonna get swirly smell. I can just see it.
Do they have swirlies in Australia?
Do they go the other way?
In Australia, the nerds picked on the bullets.
As you're having this wonderful conversation, let's get some.
Ooh.
You hear shouting coming from outside the store, loud enough that Ruby, as her puts down her magazine and goes to the window behind the counter to look out. Through the windows, you can see a group of about 10 or so adults gathered in the parking lot. There is one woman sort of at the front, sort of leading the rest. The rest of them are carrying signs, almost like a picket line. They say things in large letters that say things like prohibit sin and think of the children. They're led by a woman in her mid-30s carrying a megaphone, who you all recognize because one of her sons is 11 and in a grade behind you. Her name is Karen Fraser. And from the parking lot, you can hear her through the megaphone start to sort of give a rallying cry to the other adults. She says, "This place is a den of sin that our community never asked for, never wanted, never approved. The media within is exposing our children to danger, to sex, to violence. The evil people who run this business are teaching our children role-playing games and corrupting them with their satanic rituals. Parents, will we stand for this? Will we stand by and do nothing?" And she continues to shout. There is a resounding no from the crowd, and then a gasp as one of the adults picks up a rock from the parking lot and throws it towards the building. As this happens, you see Ruby's sort of eyes go wide, and she says, "Hide," as the rock hits and shatters one of the store windows in front of you. What do you do?
Oh, heck. Probably gonna scrabble behind an aisle of movies. Kind of
Okay.
like poke out. Is that Bobby Fraser's mom?
Yeah. Well, I was thinking I'd go out and blast my music at them, but then they went and threw a dang rock at the window, and don't want to mess with that.
So as you're talking and Danny sort of scrambles behind one of the shelves, you start to hear footsteps as the adults have sort of thrown their signs down in the parking lot and are starting to come through the door and the broken window.
Did they let? Was there a no dogs allowed sign outside, or what? Was Barry allowed to come in with me?
He could probably come in.
Okay, just want to make sure.
I
Good
know
little
that there
dog.
might be a sign, but I don't know that Ruby cares.
Okay, so yeah, I follow Danny's lead then, I guess, and duck behind some of the shelves towards
Okay.
the back
Ruby,
of
is
the
there
store.
like a back
Is
door?
Ruby hiding?
Yeah, what's Ruby?
Yeah, she has, I think seeing you guys sort of duck down, she has sort of come around and sort of ducked down around one of the corners with her back kind of pressed up to the shelf. I am going to have anybody who's hiding roll to sneak.
Oh my goodness.
I can do that.
So this is
Sneak.
your body stat as well as your sneak skill. However many d6s you have, roll that many, and if you roll a 6, you
Oh.
succeed.
I did not roll.
Ooh. I got 2 successes.
Okay.
I got a big fat 0.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I got a success.
I gotta roll
Okay.
one more d6. Hold on.
You're fine.
3 successes.
Did you just roll 3 6s?
Yes.
5 total. Yes.
Goodness. So yeah, for the folks at home, this game works on kind of a dice pool system. It's all d6s. If you roll a 6 on them, you succeed. Anything else is a failure. We total up your successes. Usually you only need 1 unless things are very extreme. But you're small and you're children that are hiding, and also it's the first rule of the game. So everyone succeeds except for Axel. Oh no. So yeah, you all sort of duck down behind the shelves, and I think Ruby is sort of across an aisle from you and kind of has her back up to one of the shelves and is like giving you guys kind of the shush face with her finger up to her mouth. But Axel, I think as you go to sort of come around one of the corners, you trip over a display, like one of those racks that has the candy on it. And there is a crash from that side. A couple of the adults that have come through the window sort of come around and see you as sort of staggered over there and begin to move towards you to try to grab you and throw you out of the blockbuster. Axel, what do you do?
I am going to kind of do their job for them and run away and try and get out and to my bike and my boombox.
Okay. Where's
I
like
don't know if
run
you want-
fast?
Yeah,
Let's
I've got
move. Yeah,
which
roll.
This
to
this
move.
is a thing I can do. Hopefully I succeed.
Hey.
Still 0.
Oh no!
Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, you I think you all see Axel sort of turn and start to take off, but one of the adults sort of grabs him by the scruff and kind of pulls him in and starts to, I mean, Axel starts to sort of drag you where you want it to go, which is outside of the store, and kind of drops you on the sidewalk and says, in a very almost like unsettlingly calm voice, "It's time for you to go home."
Daddy's
What
gonna be
are the
like,
rest of you doing?
she's gonna be like, "Hey, leave him alone," and huck a video at that person.
Okay. Yeah, this
It's gonna grab like a TV series off this shelf, and it's like a couple VHSs, like a chunky one.
Yes, a box set.
Yeah.
Roll force.
Force.
I guess
Okay.
we're fighting. Guys, it's only been like 45
Okay,
minutes.
so let's see. 1, 2, 3. That's 5. I get a roll.
Oh, heck.
Oh, but I guess I missed because that was 0 successes.
You do. So yeah, you go and chuck this sort of box set at the back of this adult's head, but it sort of goes flying over their shoulder past them. And you have reminded me of a thing that I forgot to say earlier. Mel, you rolled 3 successes
Yes.
on the snake. The snake.
Yes, I did.
So you
Die.
have the die.
Instantly.
You
snuck into the underworld.
get, so everybody needed 1 success to succeed. You have more than that. And we'll go to you now to see what you want to do. We'll go to Mel Finch in the field, because if you have more successes than you need, you can use them to buy extra
Is there like
effects.
a...
There is. So if you go on Roll20, there's overcoming trouble. If you go to buying effects, if you roll more successes than you need, then you can spend the extra ones on bonus effects, which are listed under these skills. So for example, sneak
okay.
is for hiding, sneaking, or stealing. Everybody rolled 1, so they, except for Axel, sorry, Axel. So you used that success. You essentially spent it to
Oh.
succeed. If you roll more than you need, you can then spend them on the bonus effects in the list under that move. So
Gotcha. So I could have helped Axel.
you could have
but
helped,
It's
but
too
I
late now.
did a bad job of explaining.
Better
Okay.
this way.
So that moving forward is a thing.
Yeah, I think so. What I was gonna do immediately, if Michael's kind of ducked down back here, I was gonna go, Mike, where's the phone?
Behind the counter where Ruby was.
Okay,
Why?
I'm gonna try to get over there and call the police.
I'll help you out. I'll distract them.
So I guess if to find something unexpected, I don't know if that like goes into it, but maybe I'm gonna head over behind the counter and maybe I find something unexpected over behind the counter that might help with the situation. Or if that's just the phone, then that's fine by me.
Does it say it helps with the situation, or is it just something unexpected?
It's just you find something unexpected or more than what you were looking for.
Oh, okay.
So I'm looking for a phone.
Okay.
I'd like to find more than a phone, please.
You'd like to find more than a phone.
Superman #1, original
phones.
mint condition.
Two
Yes.
phones. Yeah. This
The
walkers are super
walkie-talkies.
rare 50 things.
Please, we need
well,
them.
you find. Well, now it's gonna sound like I didn't come up with it.
Oh,
It's 2 walkie-talkies back there.
Okay, perfect. I steal the walkie-talkies
There's sort of
because
under
they're
the counter.
mine
There's two like short range
Okay.
radios
Okay.
that they would probably use to talk to people in a bigger store if they had more than one employee at a time.
Yes. So what I do is I grab one of
umbrella.
those. I grab one of those and I stuff
Okay.
in my pocket. I slide the other one across the floor under the to where Mike is.
Okay.
So he can grab one of those.
Okay, you each have a walkie-talkie. These are very short range,
Okay.
Okay.
but
and then I head towards the phone to start calling the police.
Okay, you're gonna call the police.
Yeah.
Okay. Since
I
I
would like
failed
to-
my roll,
yeah.
could I push my roll?
Sure.
That's a thing that you can do.
That is a thing you can do.
So
So
it can
you
ricochet
can
off.
you can re-roll like 5 different ways. You can check your pride, you can spend luck points, or you can push. So yeah, Danny, you sort of chuck the box set and it goes flying past the adult who sort of has a hold of Axel. But you, if you want to push, you can
Okay.
re-roll. If you fail again, something bad might happen. But essentially, when you choose to push a roll, describe how you push yourself to succeed in the face of failure. You mark a condition, and then you can re-roll all of your failures.
Oh, okay, that's how that works.
Mhm. So the conditions are upset, scared, exhausted, and injured. You cannot preemptively mark broken because you can't be broken until you have all the other conditions.
Oh.
Okay. All right, then actually I might just hold for now. I want to see what Mike was going to do.
Okay.
I'm going to do what I do with all my characters and try and bluff my way out of the situation.
All
Okay.
right.
Stand up and be like, hey, stop it. We've called the police. You're not allowed here.
Okay.
And leave him alone. Buttheads.
I'm gonna have you roll to charm.
Yeah.
To
Wow.
lie. Well, not all of it is a lie. Make people do what you want.
Well, we are
I'm
planning on
good.
calling the cops, so it's just being chronologically confused.
Are you kidding me? 0 successes.
Oh no.
I get to
Zero
roll
successes.
8. Can I use a luck point?
Yeah.
Do I just re-roll the whole thing again?
So yes, you re-roll all of your failed dice. You must keep the new result. So because you rolled 0, that's all of them.
Suckers.
Okay, so mark off your luck point. For those of you who watched the first season of All Myths Are True, luck is not nearly as dramatic in this game. They come back at the end of every session. And nothing really bad happens when you use them unless you fail again, and then you're a failure. So that's 2 successes. So yeah, as Mike is going for the phone, and this adult is sort of dragging Axel out of the store as some videos go flying from Danny's shelf, Mike stands up and calls all the adults buttheads and tells them to stop. It is enough to confuse them because it's 1985 and there is a child talking back to them and calling them names.
Can I use my extra success to try and have Ruby also try to persuade him to believe this happened? Is
Okay,
she
so
older?
to get Ruby to help you.
Yeah, for the bonus effect.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I think you kind of like you say all this and then you kind of look over at Ruby like, come on. And Ruby sort of nods and stands up and she's like, yeah, like, what are you even doing? This is totally illegal. And also his parents own this place. So I would not mess with him, she says, because that's what she would say.
Yep.
Thank you, Ruby.
And yeah, they're the ones that are sort of nearby are a little shell shocked and a little confused. Axel, I think you feel the hands sort of on the back of your collar release as they turn around. And I think you all sort of notice at this point that they're moving like a little sluggishly, like they all seem sort of tired and like they don't really want to be doing this, but they are for whatever reason. And they just kind of, the 2 of them that are near you and then the one that has let go of Axel are just sort of staring at you, very confused, but they don't say anything. And Mel, you call the police.
Mm-hmm.
Do you just dial 911?
Yeah, I just, and when the operator comes on, I just be like, there are people attacking the Blockbuster. They broke a window, and they're dragging a kid out of the store. Come, please help.
You get this response from the operator. I think that is not what you expected. That's like, oh, well, that just sounds terrible.
Yeah, it's very terrible. I think they're going to hurt people. Please send a police officer as soon as possible. Thank
All right,
you.
honey, I'm gonna need you to calm down.
I'm very calm right now. There's a broken. Please send somebody. Thank you. Goodbye. And I hang up the phone.
Great.
I just look at the phone for a bit and shake my head and kind of like I'm peek out from over the counter to see what is happening and how this is resolving itself.
Okay. Yeah, you can see the adults that have sort of stopped. They're looking pretty confused, and then a few of them start to really just kind of ignore your presence at this point. The ones that have sort of been talked down, but they make their way out into the parking lot and then start to pull in sort of these large shopping carts from the parking lot that are clearly borrowed from the nearby food fair. And they start going into different sections of the video store and just knocking off entire shelves of VHS tapes into the carts and just pushing them towards the back of the store. And as this is happening, Ruby is sort of on one side, has like ducked back down behind the shelf and is like motioning to the rest of you and is starting to make her way toward a sort of backside door.
And I want to, since I'm hidden right now and I'm watching them do this, I do want to like very closely watch everyone as they're moving around and stuff, and try to get an idea of like, I mean, one, is Mrs. Fraser like in charge of this group, and like, are they like, is this some sort of organization? Do they have any like, I mean, are they all wearing something similar, or like anything similarities between them, trying to kind of pull from all the investigative comics and stuff that what would Batman do in this situation, and and so trying to kind of gather all the clues and understand what's going on.
Yeah, roll for investigate.
Okay, I get to roll a lot for this one. Yeah, that's 2 successes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, they're not wearing like a uniform or anything like that. It's Saturday. They're sort of dressed in their general parent clothes. It does seem like Karen Fraser is sort of helming this. I think you can see her sort of giving instructions and kind of pointing people to different sections of the store to kind of take all these videos and put them in these shopping carts and push them all together. Let's see.
So yeah, I think the questions I was looking at is what is hidden here? Like, is there anything that I'm not noticing, and what does it mean? I think are the 2 that I'm.
Oh boy. It's hard to say. Karen's doing a lot of yelling, just in general, and seems to be very angry at the Blockbuster and at these movies and sort of media. I mean, she did a lot of yelling about like the corruption of the children and sin, and this place is a den of demons and all kinds of stuff. So it seems like she is sort of directing them around to different sections of the store, like purposefully, to sort of gather up all of these videos, all of this media. What does it mean? I don't know if you know what it means. I mean, I think there are some assumptions you can make. You all that have lived here for a while know Karen Fraser and Bobby Fraser, as he is now named. Her older son, who's 11, a grade behind you. Karen is the president or whatever it is of the PTA. She's extremely involved with the schools and everything. And a lot of these parents, again, you recognize some of them are the parents of kids you go to school with. They're PTA members. They are neighborhood faces that you're familiar with. And they're really mad at these movies, you guys.
Okay. Then I will also try to run to the back of the store with everyone else that is going.
Okay.
I don't know if I have failed out of the scene or anything, or if I can.
No.
I think at this point now I would like to run to my bike and get my boombox.
Okay.
And kind of, I'm wheeling the whole thing around because I typically have the boombox strapped to the back, and it's like, they want satanic influences, I'll give them satanic influences. I pop out the mixtape, slam in Iron Maiden's The Number
Hell
of the
yeah.
Beast, fast forward, hit play, and they start hearing, "Woe to you, O earth and sea, for the devil sends the beast with wrath, because he knows the time is short. Let him who hath understanding reckon the number of the beast, for it is a human number. Its number is 666. And then the guitar kicks in, and I'm maxing the volume, and I'm just trying to piss them off and pull them out of the store.
And it's awesome and incredible. Is there a role for make everyone really mad? I think it's charm.
Yeah, I can roll.
Yeah, that makes
charm.
sense.
So that will be heart, and then if you have anything for your charm stat.
Yep, I am quite the
Oh yeah,
charming
make
lad.
people do what you want. Perfect.
That is 3 successes
God, I was
this
so
time.
ready for it to be a 0,
Hey.
Alex.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. So you use 1 to succeed, and then you have 2 other ones, bonus effects you can pick off the list.
Yeah.
If they don't fit, you
Yeah.
can make something up. You guys know how I run.
So, yeah, I
things
mean,
at
I
this
think
point.
this is maybe frightening them. I wonder if Karen is like going completely off her rocker
Just,
now.
like,
It's like,
completely
this is
wild.
all about the devil.
That's incredible, and I love it. Yes, you've really distressed Karen.
And so maybe trying to get her to, direct people away from taking the movies away and be like, go get that sinner, that devil worshiper.
I
And
love
I'm
it.
Getting ready to hop on my bike and lead them on a chase.
Okay, so yeah, I think you all hear this just like, I don't know, there's nothing like an angry mom scream, huh? This
gosh.
just like yell from within the store as Karen Fraser sort of directs a few of the adults to go after Axel, for he is a sinner and is corrupting the hearts of the precious children of Fountain City. Axel, do you run away?
Yeah, I am on my bike, and I'm going quickly, but I'm also trying not to just completely outpace them, that they give up the chase.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have you roll to move as you all see this happen, and Axel starts to take off down the road.
Okay, probably as he's like cycling, making his way out, is gonna yell like, "Meet us at the clubhouse!"
I don't
we
think
call it.
Axel even says anything back at this
Okay.
point. But yeah.
Okay.
What do we call it? We need a name for our
Okay.
hideout.
I did get a success on my move roll.
Hey,
Good. All right. So yeah, you sort of keeping the pace you want as best you can. Axel start pedaling down the road, getting some of the adults to chase you out and away from the Blockbuster. As the rest of you are sort of moving along, Ruby sort of leading you to the back door of the video store. Are you guys doing anything else, or following Ruby and trying to get out?
Can't think of anything else that there would be to do in this situation.
Okie
So I
doke.
think just follow.
Yeah.
My parents on all of these adults
Then you.
and grab an R-rated movie on my way out.
Okay. I'm gonna need you in a minute to tell me what that movie is.
Oh fuck!
You've got
Sneaky
a second.
boy.
So you're sort of making your way in. Ruby sort of makes her way to the big metal door in one of the back corners of the store. She presses on the handle and opens it, and the emergency exit alarm starts to sound. She gets this look of sort of fear on her face, and then starts to sort of pull the rest of you and kind of push you out the door ahead of her. And she gets you sort of 1, 2, 3 out into the alley on the side of the Blockbuster building, and you can sort of see Axel riding away in the distance, very dramatically blasting Iron Maiden from his bike. It's very good.
Yeah.
They write a whole comic book about him later. But as she does, and Ruby, as she goes to follow you, you see a couple of pairs of arms sort of grab around her and drag her back into the store. And the door slams behind her.
I feel like we're all probably like screaming.
You're 12, so probably.
Yeah. Just like, ah!
Yeah, I think we're probably all freaked out right now, one way or another. So the clubhouse?
Yeah, let's go.
Mike, I'll show you where it is.
Do you want to know what the highest rated R film of all time came out in 1984, which held for 19 years before it was beat?
What?
Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh my gosh.
I have Beverly Hills Cop in my hand.
This game is already a joke.
That comes out October 30th, my dude.
Not in this world, it doesn't.
You can. It's fine. You can have it.
Yeah.
Fine, Michael.
It came out in 1984. Thank you very much. So,
I mean, this blockbuster is within the loop, so time just the
Time
Yeah,
is
if
weird.
Yeah, if it came out
in
84,
Australia,
then you're good.
we are a day ahead. So,
Yeah, that's definitely affects everything that you're doing right now. If it came out in 84, then you're good. Yeah, so you grab a copy of fucking Beverly Hills Cop. John, you guys don't know how you manage to do these things, but you do them. So you take them, and the three of you take off away from the Blockbuster and toward your hideout and Axel. As you do this, you sort of creep around through the alley, run, grab your bikes, and with Barry the dog in tow, start to take off that direction. And you see, I think, as you ride away, you hear some yelling, a familiar voice of Ruby, and you sort of look back and you see some adults pulling her over to one of their minivans, shoving her into the sliding door, slamming it, and then driving off.
can I try and follow it? That's Ruby. That's my best friend.
Yeah,
She
you're
cool.
on a bike.
A bike that's too big for you.
Shut up.
They're in a car. You can try to follow for a little bit, but they're gonna outpace you pretty quickly.
Oh.
They take off to the east.
Past the Steak and Shake.
Past the Steak and Shake. Before you lose them. And you all end up back at your hideout. Get some other music.
What is this place?
Let's talk about your hideout. Tell us where it is and what it looks like and how you're totally safe there. Because you are. It's a
Very
rule of the game that
cool.
you have to be totally safe there.
Yeah, I think well, we decided that it's sort of like by the creek that's sort of behind, that kind of like runs like behind our neighborhood, kind of like behind Axel's house. I think it's Danny has taken some time to like make it like seem pretty epic, like almost like a treehouse kind of thing. She's pretty good with her hands and has kind of taken some random stuff and just kind of like built it up over time and added like a, I think it'd be fun if there was like a almost like a drawbridge or something for it. Like something ridiculous. I'm thinking like the Goonies when the like kid has like at the like front door and there's a whole like, what is that called? Rube Goldberg machine to like open the door.
Oh yeah.
I feel there's something like that
Cool.
that she's made for their funny hideout. What do you guys think?
I like that. I think Mel probably would have tried to get them. Wouldn't know how to do this. Probably would have asked Danny to, but like some sort of sliding pole to get out of it, like real quick.
Yes.
Because saw that on Batman and thought that was really cool.
Heck yeah. Yeah, probably has like some posters and stuff on the walls and just like random. Maybe like a old nasty couch that we sort of like half of a nasty couch probably.
An old nasty couch.
I'm assuming there's like a dog bowl for Barry.
Yeah.
I hate saying that. Maybe like I'm gonna go do this with Barry. I was like, wait, I'm not gonna.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, there's probably a jerky stash in there, and Mel pulls out a piece and tosses it over to Barry.
Oh. All right. So you all make it safely. Bikes parked outside to the hideout. What do you do?
Holy crap.
That was like real weird.
Did they just
They like chucked her in a car. Actually, you missed it. They chucked Ruby in a car and just like drove off.
It was a van.
Okay, like a van.
Well, you gotta get it right. Like, you don't want to be like, tell the police, yeah, they're in a car.
Oh,
Yeah, we should tell the police.
is it too much to say that Mel remembers the license plate of the van as it drove off?
You can roll.
Can I just roll for it?
Yeah. Roll for mind.
Okay.
Use your mind.
That's one success.
I was gonna say it's gonna be probably harder than that.
Okay. Then never mind.
I think you get.
Could we, as a group, like help and like try to, like maybe remember a couple pieces of it?
Yeah. You can.
There's you can help other kids, right?
Yeah. You can help each other. So per roll, one other kid can help. So if one of you wanted to try to help Mel, you could roll another dice.
Okay. And I was thinking I'll roll one more die, and then I can decide if I want to use a luck point after that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or push, or any number. There's like 17 ways to reroll dice in this game.
Yeah. I'm going to have Barry
Does the person
help me
helping need
remember.
to? Yeah.
You don't have to do anything to help. It's just that if you are the one that's helping, you are bound to the outcome of the roll. So if you help and the person still fails, then you also have failure upon you.
Okay, so that's still only one. So I only have to re-roll the failed dice though. I can keep the success.
Yes. Yeah, you keep any successes and you re-roll all the other ones.
Okay, so I will re-roll 5d6.
Yes.
It's still no more success. It's only one success.
Ah.
Okay, yeah, I'll say you, unless you want to do anything else.
I don't think my pride helps me. Well,
What's your pride?
my pride is nothing scares me. So the only way I can think that I push that is that I think Barry was, or that I'm getting my own character name confused. That Mel was really trying to stay in the mindset of like trying to help, trying to be like, what would the Flash do, and like stay calm, survey your surroundings, like be helpful, like trying to find something to do. So I think he like really was trying to stay as calm as possible throughout the whole thing.
Okay. So you want to push or you want to check your pride?
Which does check my pride do?
Check your pride lets you automatically succeed.
Okay, and that's a once per.
You can do that. It's once per mystery. It's once per session if the mystery takes longer than one session. I get the feeling this is going to take longer than one session.
Yeah.
So you can use it once per this session to automatically succeed.
I don't think.
Or
I
you can
wanna-
push and you can roll again, but you have to take a condition.
I do have to take a condition. I think I'm gonna take a condition. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna give one more reroll and see. So I'm gonna mark angry.
Okay.
And then do I just reroll the failures or do I roll the success? All of
Yes, if you re-roll anything, you only re-roll your failed dice. So you keep any successes that you have, I think.
them? Okay.
I'm gonna double check that because I just said that out loud and I'm realizing. Reroll all failed dice. Oh, please. Where the heck did that hand out go? There we go. Reroll all of your failed dice. Yes. So
Okay.
anytime you reroll, you keep your successes.
Doesn't matter anyway. I still only got the one success.
Dang.
So, and now
So
I'm
I think
angry.
you know what the car looks like, and I think you remember part of the plate,
Okay.
like the first couple of digits.
Because we're going to be here a little while working out what to do and seeing the fact that Mel is now angry for some reason. He just looks angry.
I think he's angry because he wasn't able to like help. He just like saw someone get kidnapped and like a superhero would have stopped it. And like,
Yeah.
you know,
Uh-huh. Aw.
Well, Mike has 0 in empathize and 1 in
Sure.
mind. Like, it's like, I think he's angry. I don't know about what, but I'm like, what would Ruby do? I'm like, Ruby would comfort. So
Oh my
while we
God.
try and work out what to do, can I do my lead and spend time with another kid, giving them advice and comfort so I can heal one of their conditions? But if I fail, I also get the condition, and we're just two angry people go, ah!
That's really
If-
funny.
we're so angry together.
I mean, that checks
The
out.
It's
bunch
a
of angry
family
kids.
thing. Why
You're
would
all-
you be happy? God.
You're all 12. It checks out. Yeah. So lead is a heart move, I believe. I guess if you consent to spending time with your cousin.
Yeah.
for a
I mean,
I'm
he,
super
I-
cool in
I'm-
your books.
Mike is my cousin and friend.
Okay.
This is what my
yeah, so
relationship says.
roll for lead.
Oh man, that was so many dice. This game is really hard, guys.
I'm using one of my luck points.
Just
I don't
use
want to
the
be
luck.
angry
I mean-
because Mel's angry.
Okay. So yeah, you can reroll.
Wow.
Who knew it's
So-
so hard?
Wow.
Who knew it's so hard to roll a 6 on a d6?
Also 0.
Dang. You guys
Oh
are just
my
angry in
God.
the corner.
Is that REM song out by now?
I don't know.
Oh no. You want to do anything else? Or you want to be angry?
91.
Can I use my last luck point?
You could only use 1 luck per.
Oh man, hindsight.
can-
Probably should have given. Can I give him a piece of chewy and take the bonus plus 2? Just for a final.
Oh sure, why not? Again, you're all 12.
Come on.
Well, you
Oh,
just
wait,
rolled
that
a
was only one, I didn't-
d2.
That was
Damn it!
totally
You
the
rolled
wrong dice that you rolled. You did roll a
2d6.
1d2 instead of 2d6 somehow.
We're really good at
Yes!
this game, guys.
You guys are doing incredible.
Get the hang of it.
As I'm getting frustrated, I'll be like, just cheer up and like have this chewy, chew on this, get your head in the game.
Just like
The
looks
Flash wouldn't let one failure stop him. He will do something too. He will come through and save him. So, fuck up, you butthead.
It's probably the nicest thing Mike has ever said. So I
You've
think
got to save Ruby. She's cool.
Mel's hair is sort of covering their face a little bit, is looking down, like reeks up, and like grabs the piece of gun, just like sticks it in his mouth, and just like wipes his face a little bit.
Your
So-
angry condition is healed.
Oh, that was a lot of effort to get rid of that condition.
It
Dang.
was. That's
That's
why
good.
there's
These three
so,
know this town.
Yeah.
What's to the east?
The east, like where they were driving?
Mm,
There's like the library.
yeah.
okay. So Axel wasn't there, but were they heading like southeast down towards like where the AMC is, or did they go up and then to the east?
They went up a little bit and then to the east, kind of along the main.
Oh,
Past the
sure.
Steak and Shake.
Past
Yeah.
the Steak and Shake.
I don't even know what that place is, but the name's on the map.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know, what is Steak and Shake like, you guys?
What does it sell?
It's
Burgers and fries.
it's a
Yeah.
diner
Milkshakes.
aesthetic for
Okay.
burgers.
You
Yeah.
can just call it a milk bar, and then we don't know it.
I want a Steak and Shake because I like
Sure.
Steak and
Never
Shake.
call it that.
Barry.
Oh, hi. They went past the diner, which sells burgers and shakes.
Oh.
And now you know why it's called Steak and Shake.
Not really, because a steak to me is not a burger. It's a steak.
No, but hey,
not to
only
us
steak
either.
and only Steak and Shake calls them steaks. We don't even call them steaks.
Anyway, they went up. I'm gonna have to post this map probably
Yeah.
in our. If you want to look at our map, I'll post it in Discord later. Come join our Discord. Yeah. So they went up a little bit and then to the east, past the Steak and Shake.
There's like the library out that way, but and some other buildings and stuff and like houses and things, but
Okay, do we want to go look?
Well, yeah, we know what the car looks like, so let's just, if we ride our bikes over there and we split up, maybe we can find it, and then we can rescue her, right?
I'll give. I'm
Yeah.
assuming. I'm assuming I'll stick with Mel. Sure. So I'll hand my walkie-talkie. I'm allowed to be mean. I just made you happy. I was nice in front of people.
He has the nicest
That
way
was
of being
nice
mean,
for
though. He's like,
once.
I'm gonna stick with him. He's not true the short straw and stuff, but I'm gonna stay with my little cousin. Little.
So I'll
Well,
hand
we're
over my
close to your guys'
walkie-talkie to
house.
someone.
we're close to Mel's house, so you can grab your bike.
Yeah. Let's go over there and we'll grab our bikes and then we'll look around. And we've got these walkie-talkies now. I don't think they're gonna go very far, but we can talk to each other.
Still
a
trying
little
to
bit.
keep in range.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming I would have something of Ruby's just because I want it to be cool.
Maybe.
Maybe
Oh,
she
leather
like dropped her
jacket.
sunglasses or something.
Yeah, she.
You've got. Yeah, you've got like I don't know. Do you wear like
Makeup, yeah.
not makeup?
Mariposa
I don't know, like
hairspray,
jewelry, like an armband or something.
If it came from Ruby, then sure.
She gave you a band that she found. She found a bunch of stuff from when Alien was first released on VHS, and you have an armband that reads the what's it called, the
It's
Nostromo.
more Barry to track the scent. Oh, Baz.
Yeah, so she's been wearing this like armband for a long time, and then when you were friends, she gave it to you. It's Alien promotional merchandise.
Told you we were friends.
Yeah, we can see if Barry can follow that. He's got a pretty good nose.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. All right, well. All right, so we're looking for it's like a van, kind of gold colored
Yeah.
stuff up about a van.
I didn't see it, so maybe I should just stick with you, Danny, as we go looking.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay.
Don't get hurt.
Yeah, if you find him, let's meet up before we do anything, because it's better if we're all together.
Yeah, good idea. Maybe we can meet at the library or something.
We'll stick the walkie-talkie onto channel 3.
Synchronize.
Does
Yeah.
anyone have a watch so we can synchronize?
Think your watches.
Let's meet at the library once we're done.
and I will leave Beverly Hills Copier.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. What movie do we get? Planet of the Apes?
Oh yeah,
Yes,
you have
that was
two
the other
movies to
one.
watch now. Okay, Beverly Hills Cop and Planet of the Apes. So you leave the. I did just almost say DVDs. They're not those. Those don't exist. Boy, this is hard, you guys.
Yeah, no, right?
I hope you realize how hard this is for me. Just kidding. You leave the two movies safely on the dirty old couch, which I'm imagining is like half of a sectional
Yeah.
that you guys
Sure.
have like pulled from somewhere. And you go by Mel's house, near Mike's house, pick up your bikes that are your size, pass off a walkie-talkie to Danny and Axel, and split up with some semblance of a plan.
Does that count as a lead? Go find her.
Oh, sure, why not?
Yes. Okay. I don't think anything bad happens if I fail this. We just don't get extra die. Oh wait.
Yeah,
No.
if you fail to lead, you check a condition.
Just get angry all over again.
And ask the kids how the relationship has been hurt.
Oh,
I'm like,
interesting.
please don't fail. Oh yeah. We have
Okay.
4 dice. Which I can
Yes,
distribute
so-
if you follow my instructions of search for her.
Yes, so the lead move works as its own kind of small
Oh.
dice pool. So Barry rolled 2 successes. 2 successes means the pool has 4 dice, which then if you do what Michael says, he can give to you on your rolls later on.
Cool.
GG.
Which pretty much is just don't try and go in and save her yourself.
So hold on to your 4 dice. Remember that you have them because I will immediately forget as soon as we stop talking about this. And you head off to do your kid plan. Good job. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break right there. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us so far. I hope you're having at least as much fun as I am because that's a lot. Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for playing so far. You guys will be back in just a couple of minutes for the second half of our premiere episode, season 2 of All Myths Are True, Tales from the Loop. And welcome back, Internet. Thank you for sticking with us during our break. If you're just now joining us, this is the premiere episode of the second season of All Myths Are True. We're playing Tales from the Loop. It's 1985 in the middle of Alabama, and some shit has just gone down at Blockbuster. And we're going to pick up right where we left off, with you all making a plan, splitting up into 2 groups. Where are you going? With your bikes and your
East
walkie-talkie.
of the Steak and Shake.
Okay.
I think
A lot of town that way.
I think Mel's would suggest that because we have like the main road that's heading east. So like Mike and I check some of the side streets to the north, and Danny and Axel check the side streets to the south, and we kind of go like one street at a time in opposite directions until we get to like about the library, and then we meet up.
Ooh, yeah.
And keep in constant communication so he knows the rough range of these walkie-talkies.
How far? It's like a block.
Okay, so as soon as we turn off, it's like, boom, we've lost an hour.
Ah, well.
At least Mike and Mel can continue talking afterwards if Mel ever gets cool enough to be friends with Mike.
Keep talking.
So, what are you looking for?
A van.
The van,
Okay.
yeah.
You're just looking for the van.
Oh, does Barry smell anything?
Yeah, and
Sure, he
also
smells lots of things. He's a dog.
Yeah, but
taking the armband, and see if we can pick up any scent of Ruby.
Okay. So I am gonna have each team roll to, we'll say, investigate. So 2 of you, and then if your other team member wants to help, you can help.
I'm
Okay.
assuming you probably want me to roll, Mike.
Investigates of what?
If I use Barry, I get a +2, right?
Yes, because he's your iconic item. So you'll
Okay.
roll for mind, and
So
then
that's 10
anything
dice.
that your investigate stat has, and then Mel, you get
Does anyone in the other group need to use some of the pool of 4 dice?
I can roll 3. Alex, how many can you roll?
For an investigate, I get 4 total.
Okay.
You can use all 4 of the dice because it's
Yeah,
what we're here
Okay.
for is to track this van.
yeah. And I've got 10 on my own, so I don't think I need.
Okay.
Or I can just give 14s.
Well, actually,
Dang.
can you always do a help? Like, does Mike being with me, can he give me an extra die for, or is that something you have to? Is that just always?
for
Helping
help
each
out,
other.
it's just if it's plausible to the situation.
Okay.
To help describe how you do so, and your friend gets 1 extra dice for their roll. So I am assuming he's helping you look.
I'm being quiet, not distracting.
Okay.
I'm not
as, long
taking
as, as long as you're willing to expose yourself to the risk of helping me in this, I appreciate it.
Yeah, and I can help. Axel.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, let's see it.
I'm gonna go in and bump my investigate up just 1 for that help die for right now.
Okay.
Holy shit!
Oh no!
I rolled 11 dice and got 0 success. I'm gonna use a luck because might as well.
Dang! What is?
It's a regenerating resource, so might as well do it. How did I roll nothing on an 11?
Man,
I do not know.
Okay,
that was better.
that's 3 successes.
Okay.
Uh,
No, that's 2 extras.
Okay,
No?
I'm gonna look at the investigate and I'll get back
Yeah, I
to
like the list.
And then,
The bonus
so
effect is just that you get extra questions. Axel.
then I guess I should bump up my investigate by 1 with a help from Danny,
Yes,
and then
because
roll it.
Danny's
Yes.
helping.
Well, that's 0 successes.
Aw,
so
man.
You
I mean-
forgot the 4 die from the die
Okay.
pool.
So I can do that. I can also spend 1 of my luck points because I still have all of them.
Okay, we'll
I
roll the
did
extra
4 die
4.
first.
Yeah, roll the extra 4 and then see if you need to use your luck.
You're gonna use all 4 of them?
The only instruction I gave was find the van.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it can only be used on finding the van.
If you want to give him.
Nope,
Oh.
none there.
Ouch! Oh, this game.
Jeez.
Okay, so
Wow.
if I roll the luck, because that was technically part of the lead bonus pool as part of the roll, do I get to re-roll all of those? Because when you spend luck, you re-roll all the failed dice.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just go
It's
ahead.
boring if I say no.
Yeah, let me just bump up my investigate by like, what would that be, 5?
Like so
then
many guys, one of you
So I
has
can
to
just
roll a
click.
6 at some point.
I mean, Sean did on his re-roll.
Yeah.
But we're on the north and darts to the south.
Okay, that's
There you
2.
go.
Okay. All right, so that is 2 successes for Axel,
Wow.
3 successes for Mel. Yeah, so it's essentially you get to ask 2 questions, and for every success after one, you get to ask an additional question, and then if you are using that information, you get +1 dice.
So I'm just gonna ask, where is the van 4 times?
Where's the van? Where's the van? Where's the van? Where's the van?
I do have a quick thing which we forgot to do before.
Sure.
Danny should be angry as well because
Angry.
she
Why?
helped Mel, who failed.
Oh shoot. Is that true?
I did?
Yeah, because you suffered. Yeah, you decided to help him, didn't you? Look at the
When
band
you were
plate number.
remembering.
No, I suggested that somebody should help, but I didn't specifically.
Oh,
I thought you were helping. Because
Not
you were
when-
the one who actually followed the van and
I wasn't helping.
were very dedicated to it.
No
Oh,
one's
I mean,
angry.
but because I suggested it, I could be angry if.
Oh no, if
No.
nobody helped.
I will
We'll
not
remember
do
that later on.
retroactively.
Okay,
That.
we'll be
it's
better.
been like 2 hours. We'll learn the rules at some point. And I
Yeah.
will say, just as a reminder, as far as the conditions go, those first 4. So I think on your sheets, instead of upset, it says angry. But angry, scared, exhausted, and injured. You don't have to mark those in order. They all give you the same -1. It's a sort of a cumulative minus to your rolls moving forward, but you can pick out of those 4 the one that is the most relevant to the situation. It's just that you have to mark all 4 of those before you can mark broken. So you have your pick if you have to mark a condition of those first 4.
Got it.
Sorry if I was moving your sheet around, Alex. Yours was the first one, so I keep looking at that to remember things.
Didn't notice it.
Okay, great. So then I'm gonna keep doing it. It's just the first one that pops up.
Yeah.
Because of all, on account of all the A's
Yep.
in it. Um,
So many ways.
so thank you for letting me continue to co-opt your sheets, even though I did not ask permission. I'm gonna keep doing it. Yes. So, where is the van? Is all you're asking? Where's the van?
Sorry, I was trying to unmute myself. That would be my first question. I don't know if I have to ask them like all at once or if I can hold on to them and.
No, I think you can hold on to them, and as things develop, the answer can then inform the next answer. Where's the van? Not here, dog. It is especially hard to track, I think, because this is the sort of the main thoroughfare in town, and I think you guys are all sort of familiar with this road. There is sort of a bike lane to one side. For the most part, anybody who maybe rides their bike to school, it's a little far, but some of you could definitely do it. If you ride your bike to school or anything like that, you would sort of go down this road for the most part and sort of take it all the way to that main road that goes past the athletic complex, the football field and everything, and then down to the school. So anybody who is preparing to sort of ride their bike to school when you're attending the high school, you'd be familiar with that. It's also the main thoroughfare of the town, so it's hard to say, but I think with Barry helping you, you don't find anything for a very long time, and you sort of make it to the turnoff, where to the right you would go toward the school complex, and to the left you would go up towards the library. And as you sort of turn to go towards the library, Barry starts kind of pulling off to the other side as if he's going to go down the road towards the school.
You smell something, boy?
Yeah.
Bork.
I am going
Rushed?
to have IRL Barry.
Yes,
and
Shaggy.
Dog Barry.
Oh, boy.
If he's pulling off that way, then I think I'd say I think he's picked up a scent.
Well, let's follow. Like, why we got him, right? Mushberry.
That's on Danny and Axel's side, so we should get.
I don't think
meet
it
up
really matters sides
No,
right now.
we should,
Okay,
but we should meet. We should meet.
admittedly,
Okay, all right. I was just gonna say we
we
should.
can
meet
try
up
and
with them.
contact them.
Yeah.
No, sides. We have bigger issues. Ruby's in trouble. Okay.
So
I know we said we'd stay on the north side. I'm pretty certain they will forgive us if we go to the south.
I take the radio from him and call the other two and say I think they went towards the athletic complex.
Oh,
Are they in range?
yeah. Are we
Vaguely.
vaguely? All right, we'll double back. Cause I was picturing we'd like go further and then work our way back.
Okay. So you're farther on. Axel, you can ask a couple of questions too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to figure if there's any sense in saying anything other than just, yeah, is the van here? Did it go this way?
Yeah, I think with sort of that information and looking like sort of once you get past the steak and shake and kind of out, there's not a whole lot else in between the sort of out here where the library and the school and everything is, and in between the main town. There's kind of a stretch of road that's just like the creek kind of cuts through. There's like fields and some homes, anything like that. You don't see the van sort of in anybody's driveway, so I think you can make the safe assumption that it's probably out at one of those larger buildings.
Okay.
I would, if we're all like together, unless there were any more questions you wanted to ask, I might point out to the group and say, isn't Miss Fraser's on the PTA, right? So
No idea.
maybe, yeah, you wouldn't know. That wasn't asking you.
Ask a stupid question, get a stupid answer.
But maybe I don't know, she might have
yeah.
access to the school, or I don't know where the PTA like has their meetings.
That's where they would take Ruby to the school, though.
Well, they've been kind of, I mean, this whole thing was kind of weird. It's kind of weird that they took her in the first place.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So,
I
I
know
mean,
summer
so
holiday
weird.
is a long time for you to go without going to school now. Oh, come on.
Mike, I don't think this is the time for jokes. Somebody's in danger.
That's how I handle my fear, okay?
Okay, well, that's fine. But we should try to get down there as quick as possible. But I'm thinking that might be where they took her. I don't know where Bobby Fraser lives, but I don't know if that doesn't seem like where they're heading, does it?
Ooh. Yeah, do any of us know where the Frasers live?
I don't know, do you, Danny?
He's like a year younger than us.
Yes, he is. And he has a younger brother as well. They, I think, live sort of toward the western side of town. There's another section kind of on the edge of town over here.
Okay.
That is a little bit of a nicer neighborhood. And they sort of live out there.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I think the Frasers live in that not Sprotter town, so
even weirder that they're coming out this way.
yeah.
Maybe they've got some sort of place that they're gonna take Ruby over at the high school.
I wonder what they're gonna do with all those movies too. Remember they were loading them up in the carts and stuff?
They might have been trying to burn them. Isn't that what people used to do with books and stuff they didn't like?
That seems like a waste.
Yeah, especially because don't when you burn a videotape, there's toxic gas in the film or something. I feel like I heard that once.
Heard that, or you tried that once?
I mean, maybe
How
we
smart are you for a 12-year-old? Okay.
That might explain why they're acting so weird if they've been doing this for a while.
Well, then I guess that rules out letting them do it and hoping it, stops them from doing it.
No,
That's probably a terrible thing to say.
Ruby will be there. Okay, we've got to save Ruby.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's head to the school. Come on,
Maybe
Barry,
Ruby
show us
should
the way.
fuck you around. Okay. Woof woof.
Oh, I'm so
Okay.
glad I
Bork,
made this
bork.
decision.
Bork Bork, you follow Barry the dog.
Sorry,
down-
in Australia it's moof moof because it's upside down.
Okay.
You have me for a second
you,
there.
You head off down the road toward the high school. Sort of pull up in the front on your bikes. You see sort of in large red letters over the top. It says L.M. Alcott High School. They're sort of under an awning, a large set of glass doors, leading into the main entryway of the school, and it kind of stretches out and around this sort of large complex. And over on one side, kind of in its own building, is the part of the complex in the school that you all are familiar with, the primary school, where a lot of you went to school up through 6th grade and are now transitioning over into the high school. Yeah, you pull into the big, very
Big
big, very
kids.
empty parking lot of the big kid section of the school. What do you want to do?
Is Barry still leading us?
Mm-hmm.
The dog's right behind me.
All right, well, let's back around and see if we see the van.
Okay, so you poke around for a little bit. I think Barry sort of makes his way up to the front of the school and kind of sniffs around, and then finally just kind of sits. But no van in sight. There are currently no cars in the parking lot that you can see.
Are there any lights on in the building?
That you can see from the front, no.
Maybe we should do a lap around the school. I mean, we haven't used the big kids stuff, buildings all that much, but maybe there's, they've got gym shed equipments, things like that. Maybe they're there, and if not,
But
then
the dog's sitting in front of this building.
it's this. He's sitting in front of the main high school building. All right. Well, then maybe a couple of us take a quick lap around, see if we see the van, and someone figures out how to get into the high school when it's locked down at night.
Yeah, I'll walk Barry around and see if we can pick up the scent again, or see, and then you all, I guess, look around and see if you can find the van.
Can I see if the door's unlocked?
Sure. You walk out to the door
Just
and you pull on it, and it's locked.
Good try, though.
it may have been unlocked. Is it a push or pull? Like, did I do the wrong way?
Yeah, you pulled on it, but it's a push door, and then you push it, and it's still locked.
Ah.
That's not how doors
Okay.
open in Australia.
No, they open upside down.
Yeah.
We lift him up.
Oh no.
Every door is like a DeLorean.
Oh my gosh.
Jealous?
No.
Okay.
That sounds horrible.
But yeah, I'll use my next question that I can ask, which is, how do I get into the school? And I will walk Barry around, I guess, while whoever else is gonna go ride around the property.
Okay.
Yeah.
probably
We keep
no.
cycling.
You keep cycling around, and we'll get to that in a second. Mel, you can safely assume that the doors are probably locked, since school is out of session and there doesn't seem to be anybody here. So you can break in. You can try to get one of the locks open. You can try to see maybe if any of the windows have been left open, but most of the windows, except for in like the older parts of the building, most of the windows don't open. So you might be able to find one that you can jimmy open, or I guess you could try a fire escape. You could climb up on the roof, see if there's anything to be seen up there. There's lots of different things I'm sure your 12-year-old superhero brain can come up with.
Okay. I'm just gonna walk around, like, because if they're all moving around like the greater kind of property of the school or premises of it, I'm gonna kind of more specifically just walk around this building and just get an eye if I notice anything.
The main building.
Yeah.
Sure.
I was chilling with Mel because his mother would kill me if anything happened.
That's probably true.
So self-preservation.
Okay. So the two of you start to kind of circle around the excuse me, main building. Axel and Danny, you start to sort of bike around the rest of the complex.
Yeah.
Okay. So you sort of take your bikes kind of around the side into kind of a back parking lot behind one of these buildings, and you do see a couple of cars parked back here. Neither of them are familiar to you, but there is like an older sedan sitting back here, as well as a different minivan, a different color than the one you saw before. But there are a couple of cars parked near one of the side entrances to the building.
There's some cars. Maybe there's somebody inside. That van's not the right one though. It's a different color.
Yeah. I mean, who would be here this late at night if it's not, one of them? Are there custodians who work overnight?
I don't know. Maybe there's like night classes for the high school kids.
Maybe, but I feel like we'd be seeing a lot more people. Can I approach one of the cars and see if I can maybe somehow deduce based on bumper stickers if they have any, what kind of person is maybe here this late at night?
Sure, that's real smart. Roll to probably investigate. I'm looking to make sure there's not something better. It's not empathize.
Maybe comprehend.
Maybe that's comprehend. The ability to have the right piece of information.
Although I guess at this point, investigating comprehend are the same role for me.
Oh yeah.
We'll say if they're gonna be the same number, then I'll say investigate, because if you succeed, it gives you more options.
Okay.
So mind plus investigate.
Mm-hmm. That's another big fat 0.
Oh no. I'm not gonna make you suffer a condition for looking at bumper stickers.
There's one that just
Seems
offends
really
me so
strange.
much.
Yeah, you're so it's an anti-vaccine bumper sticker, and you just get so mad. No, I think it's hard to tell. Especially, I mean, there's a couple things you can get. It's a pretty standard sedan, and then there's a minivan. Like, the people in your town who drive minivans. It's the moms the soccer moms and moms who have kids that go to school here, things like that. It's not, you don't recognize like the principal's car or anything. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Could be anyone, really.
I mean, if there's some cars here, maybe the door's unlocked.
Yeah, we could go try that. And I
Yeah.
guess we'll go check the nearest door to where these cars are parked.
Okay. You walk up to the building. and try the door. The door is locked, but as you sort of peer through, I think you can see down the hallway. This is, well, I don't know that any of you are really familiar with the layout of the school, but it's sort of a wider hallway where there are kind of like lots of doors on either side, but coming from sort of down the hall, kind of in the middle, there is a little bit of light kind of streaming out under the underneath and then through the like small window on one of the doors. There's a light on in one of these rooms are the words that I'm trying to say.
Well, there's somebody here, but
Yeah.
door's still locked.
I mean, you've got them tools you always carry with you. Do you got them now? Do you maybe think you could do something to them about the door? I don't know if you got them kind of tools.
Let me. And she's gonna look at this door.
Okay.
Can I? Let's see. Can I tinker this door?
Open?
Yes.
Yeah, I was looking to see if there was something for like.
Yeah, for tinker, there's manipulate. Can be used to break, use, or jury rig mechanical things, to pick locks, and to drive motor vehicles. I could drive a car, guys!
Theoretically, you're 12.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I would say a door is one of the simplest of machines. Yeah, you could try
Right up there with inclined plane and
Yeah, there you go.
You could try to tinker with the door. So if you want to use your tools, you can roll as tech plus whatever tinker skill you have.
Okay. Are all the doors like? Is this door very similar to like the other one that we saw? The one that like the dog stopped at?
Yeah, they're all pretty much the same. They're those kind of standard like large. They're metal frame, sort of like thick glass windows on the inside, and they have like a big bar across the front that you would push on to open. You guys all know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Do
You know,
realize
school
one
doors.
of the skills is just to pick lock in the tinker. You can literally just pick the lock instead.
Yeah, it's under
of
manipulate.
jerry rig something like that.
Hey, it might be fun to jerry rig something though. All right. Well, I mean, I could try this door maybe, because maybe we should try the other door that Bear was sniffing at.
but
Like, what if the person who's over in that hall comes out and they see me trying to open this door? I could get in big trouble.
I think Axel's gonna do a quick comparison of where our heads are compared to where the window is. It's like, are we in danger of being seen just right now?
Through the little window in the.
I think as long as you're not just jumping up and down, I think you're probably okay.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get this door open, and then maybe.
All right, I'll do it. You radio the others, let them know that
Yeah.
we're gonna.
And I will radio the other team. Just be like, we got a door here. There's a light on the other side. Dan's gonna try and pick the door open. We'll let you know if she manages.
Okay.
I would like to imagine you would hear in reply, "Give it to me, Mel. Let me talk." Gosh,
Give it to me. They're just yanking it back and forth.
you need to say over when you're done. Over.
Over. Okay, so if I'm trying to tinker this, and if it's so it's tech, which is 4,
Mm-hmm.
and I get another 2
For tinker.
for tinker,
Goodness.
and then I think I get another 2 because I'm using my tool belt, which gives me a +2.
Yes, because that's your
Okay,
iconic item.
8.
One of
Here
them
goes.
gotta roll a 6, right?
Please.
I think
Please.
we've shown
Oh.
it doesn't.
Okay, wait. That was 3 6s. And then the other one jumped out of the box, so I'm going to re-roll it. Okay, 3 6s.
Okay. Yeah, so you needed 1, so you have 2 extras. Yeah, I'm gonna say you're under manipulate. The secret skill can be used to break, use or jury mechanical things, pick locks, drive motor vehicles, etc. So under those bonus effects, you can has 2.
Okay. I would like to do it quietly,
Mm-hmm.
and I would like to learn from this experience and not need to roll the next time I have to break into this high school door.
Okay.
That's probably going to be very useful.
That's what I figure.
All right. So if you find yourself breaking into this particular building again, you can just do this. It's very good.
Okay, I'm gonna have to write that down somewhere. I'll forget.
And, yeah, please do, because I'm gonna forget immediately, like 60 seconds from now. And you wanted to do it quietly?
Yeah.
What's the other one? Okay.
Yeah, it might take me a little bit, but I want to do it quietly.
Okay. Great. So you take out your tool belt and start to kind of fiddle with the lock. I don't know, a screwdriver or something.
Probably a screwdriver and like an Allen wrench.
Well, like flathead screwdriver. Get in there.
Yeah.
Probably in from the head.
Her hair's too short. She doesn't need pins. Maybe she got a couple in her tool belt just in case.
Yeah, and so Axel, I think you watch as Danny kind of just laser focus, like focuses on this lock, kind of pulls tools out of her belt and starts like fiddling with things and makes no noise doing so.
Yeah.
And,
she probably does it for a little bit and is like squinting and stuff and is like, hang on. And she pulls out her pair of glasses, which she doesn't like to wear, but needs them in this moment. So pulls out these like, they're kind of big for her face.
Okay.
Pulls out some glasses and is working away on this.
Okay. Yeah, and I think this as you're working, Axel, are you doing anything?
Keeping a lookout, probably occasionally going on tiptoes to see if there's any change and, you know, is someone coming out, but mostly just keeping lookout.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
also probably spending more time than he should looking at Danny before he's like, oh no, wait, I'm supposed to be doing stuff.
Okay. Yeah, so you watch Danny pretty closely, and then, oh gosh, there's dangerous adults here who kidnap kids, and you sort of peek through the windows a couple times. I think one time you like stand up on tiptoes and kind of look through the window and then crouch down, because I think you see just very briefly an adult kind of peek out of the room and just kind of look both ways down the hallway. They don't seem to see you, but you have like confirmation in that moment there are people in there. And then after that, they kind of pull the door closed again. But no one seems to see you or hear you. And this then gives Mel and Mike time to meet up with the rest of the team, unless you're wanting to do something else.
Are these buildings connected?
Yeah.
Is there a follow-up to that, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, more like, well, we may get in trouble. And I'm going to be like, wait, first off, I'm going to ask Axel, have you found Ruby? Like,
I mean, we don't see her, but we see some, there was an adult poking their head out all weird like. Something, I'm looking at some slang here. That's something real grody has to be going on inside.
okay, like, Mel, we could break a window and maybe they'll leave that room.
Like a distraction?
Yeah,
Um,
but if you guys got caught, we get in so much trouble.
Well, I mean, we're
Pretty
They're trying
certain kidnapping of a child is plausible reason to break a window.
yeah.
we're looking for a distraction, I can do the same thing I did at Blockbuster. And that doesn't involve breaking anything.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. Could we put your boombox out like on the other side of the building and just like crank it up, and then we can all sneak in the other side?
We could try that, yeah. I just hope they don't smash it.
Well,
It
we're
looks
trying to.
pretty tough and unbreakable.
Yeah, it's pretty sturdy, but you saw what they did to the Blockbuster. Anyway,
Just
yeah.
like lose their minds and destroy it like on Office. What is that?
Yeah.
Space.
Although I will say it's my iconic item, so I would get a replacement if they did break it. So yeah, I guess while Danny's doing that and the boys are coming around, I will go set up the boombox. Oh, what movies say anything? 89. So I can't really make that joke by playing holding the boombox.
Oh yeah.
Wow, we already stole the Goonies little entrance theme.
Yeah. But yeah, I will go out and I'm just gonna again prepare probably the loudest, most metal songs that I have. I'm checking if this particular song was out by then. Oh, that was 1990? Dang. I was looking at Thunderstruck, AC/DC. Anyway.
Oh.
You
No.
could do Hell's Bells.
Yeah, well, no, I will probably, because we think this
Oh.
is maybe the same people. I'm just going to put on more Iron Maiden. This time
Yeah,
it's
don't
going to
hate
be,
that.
yeah, it's going to be Run to the Hills.
Okay.
Typical.
So you're just setting up the boombox and playing it. I don't know. I feel like you should roll, but I feel like this isn't that hard. You should
I mean,
probably
I
just do
guess
this
it's a question of how effective it is at drawing them out.
Yeah. Let's see. Is there like a?
I mean, we did Charm before.
Yeah. Let's just do that again.
Okay. Okay. That is 0 successes.
Does it look all weird on anybody else's
Yeah.
screen? Okay.
I mean, no.
It's all garbled.
So I'm gonna use a luck point to
Okay.
try and make this
Three
work.
rolls.
All right.
Okay.
There you
3
go.
successes that
Oh,
time.
dang.
Okay.
Very luck.
Okay, so
So lucky.
yeah.
Right. So 1 for the move and then 2 bonus effects you can spend.
Yeah. So I think, I mean, the frightened, confused, or impressed one.
Sure.
I don't know. I might hold on to this and maybe try and have one of them be. Yeah, maybe Can I like save one as a hold and maybe spend it later as needed?
No, you have to
Okay.
spend them on the
Yeah. Well.
one.
There aren't a lot of these for the like line or manipulating side of things.
No.
It's like they want you to be honest, little kids.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe if we
Um,
find Ruby in there, she's infatuated for just a little bit at this daring
Maybe.
rescue.
Oh.
They're trying to take my anchor.
Yeah, I'll say, and like for these, like some of these we can, we could like finagle as needed. Like, they will try to persuade others to believe you. Like
Yeah.
that believe you is.
Yeah. Or maybe it could be we can do that and have like, maybe they send one person out to get it and the person goes
They're
back
like,
and
oh
gets
dang,
back
come
up.
listen to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's this gosh dang fangled machine work?
They're
Can't get too close because of the devil music.
the boomers. They're wildly confused. Oh, you guys can really boomer some adults in this game, huh?
Yeah, with my boombox.
Oh,
I'm
heck.
pretty sure that's
Oh,
just
heck.
Axel. Axel is the okay boomer.
Okay. But yeah, so it super works. So Axel, you set up the boombox and get ready to hit the button to make it very, very loud. as Danny, you are successful. You hear the telltale click, just enough for you to hear it and be satisfied, and the door is open.
All right, I think I got it. Take these off. Like, kind of stows her glasses in one of the pouches of the tool belt.
Okay.
Mike doesn't notice anything at all because
Of course not.
he saw his reflection.
All right, so down the hall there's like a door. There's like a light on.
Okay.
Gotta be quiet.
So
Wait till we
Axel's
hear the
gonna play
music,
the
I
music.
guess. Yeah.
we'll go in.
Yeah.
I'll
Fine.
play dumb if we get caught. So I'll walk in first if someone's there. I'll be like, no.
Yeah. Let's just.
And then I'll
That's real sneaky.
Yeah, let's move really quietly. Maybe they just won't notice us, and we can look in the door.
Is there anywhere to hide in this, or is it just like an open hallway with nothing
Just
to
like a long open hallway.
So now I'm just
Maybe
picturing
like
it's
one little trash can.
Can we
Alright.
prop the door open so that if we have to make a run for it, that we make sure the door stays open?
Sure. Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
it's
Or does
unlocked.
somebody
like,
just want to
shove-
stay here with the door?
Well, I could probably like shove one of like my tools kind of in the.
Yeah,
in
I'll
the
say
gap,
it's,
so kind of-
it's unlocked at this point, but if you leave it open, it won't make the telltale very loud sound that those doors make when you
Alright.
open them.
That was my
That's
question.
back.
That was gonna be my next question. If this closes again, is it gonna stay locked, or is it gonna relock? Was my follow up.
No, I think it's for your purposes, it's unlocked. It's a very loud door,
Okay.
but Danny
Yeah.
has managed to sort of wedge it open in a way that has avoided most of the sound. But shutting it and reopening it, there's going to be a very loud clanking sounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could prop it open, like a wedge, a wrench in
Okay.
there.
Yeah. Just remember to grab it on the way out.
Sneak in.
Sneak down the hall.
If there are adults, play dumb. Or if there's only one, all three charge. 4 if Axel's here. 5 with Barry. Barry can probably handle it himself because he's amazing.
Yeah, I bet we could like. I bet we could take on like one
Really?
adult.
Are we really going to attack an adult?
I think if they come at us, or if it looks like we're gonna get caught, I'll try to, if Axel's distraction hopefully will lure them away, I'll try to lure them the other way and try to split them up more, and then you, Michael, and you, Danny, you go get Ruby, make sure she's.
Yeah.
I can probably run faster than you, Mike. I just probably.
I'm pretty certain I'm faster than you, bud. Are we going to have a little race?
It's gonna look.
well, let's-
Can I look these two boys up and down and judge which one's quicker?
What is your move?
Yeah.
5.
6. Suck
Oh,
it.
is it?
Okay.
Well,
quick
I'm
boy.
still
I
confident.
took
in my
5 in body,
abilities.
5 in heart, and
Nice.
I'm terrible with everything else.
Well, Mel doesn't know what your move
Okay.
stat is, so he still thinks he's like, I can probably get
I
out of here
think now
fast.
we're talking stats.
Barry and I'll make a run for it, and maybe we can outrun him.
I mean, if you get him
Do
barking,
you
that
get
would be another good
her,
distraction.
your mother's going to kill me. Auntie. I don't know your mother's name. What's your mother's name?
Mom.
Aunt Mum, who I have never met before until we moved over here.
Yeah, is this your first time here, like ever?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to think you visit at some point.
Like maybe like one summer, maybe you came. No. Okay.
That's why I hung out with Ruby and I became friends with her because she works at the Blockbuster and I got forced to go to your birthday, so I met people my age.
Ah.
and to hang out with Mel because Mel is really cool. He's not. He's not, Mel. He's not.
All right.
I feel so
Okay.
mean.
So who's going in? 1, 2, 3.
Gonna wait till we hear the
Yes.
music.
I would save my friend Ruby.
Start sneaking in.
Okay.
Then
So
I
you...
think my understanding of the plan was Axel is then going to run back around the school and go in through the door, and
Okay.
you guys will probably have already gone in ahead. But
But bring
We
it
got
up the
backup coming in. Just don't knock the wrench.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. So, Axel, you hit it, and the music starts blasting from far away. I think sort of looking in through the door, you see the door where the light was coming out open, and 3 adults come like running out, kind of looking up and down the hallway, and then take off the other direction, sort of away from the door that you have popped open. And the 3 of you and Axel coming up behind make your way into the hallway. Everybody do a sneak.
Gosh, that looks a door. I look up and down. That door's popped open by a wrench. Let's go the other way.
Okay, sneak. Okay. Ooh, this is not very many.
I'm going to use my last luck. Oh, wait, maybe I won't have to.
Ooh, I'm gonna use my luck. I got nothing on that one.
Wait, what
Okay.
did Axel get?
yeah, I guess once I get back around, I'm probably getting a 0. Oh no! So we
Look
can,
at that, you
we
so
can divvy out
sneak.
our
No, we don't need to
successes.
use our luck, Danny.
Oh,
They can sneak for us.
Yeah, that's one of the
I mean-
bonuses for sneak.
If I want to.
Mel,
'Cause
I
maybe
know
I wanna
you were
find some-
angry.
Maybe I want to find something unexpected.
maybe. Well, it's up to you.
It is your call.
You unexpectedly find a friend in your cousin.
I have some luck points to spend.
So yes, one
Uh,
of the bonus effects of sneak is that you can give a success to another kid.
Yeah. I guess, do you want to spend one of your luck first and see if you get it? Or do you want to...
Not spend your
Would
luck
you?
and succeed
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah. I'll use it. Let's see. Yeah, I'll spend a luck. Reroll. No, again.
All right. Then, yeah. I'll spend
Thank
one
you.
of
I
my
tried.
extras to help. Mel, I guess. Or
Why are you helping
Mike.
yourself?
Mike, I guess. Why do we all pick the same name?
I picked mine because it made the name microphone. So
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll
So
help.
I will
I'll
give-
help Mike.
and I'll give my bonus to the birthday girl.
Hey.
Okay.
Thanks,
All
Mike.
right, so everybody succeeds. Yes, good job, teamwork all around. So you, the 3 of you, and then sort of coming up behind a moment later, Axel, make your way as the adults sort of run out down this hallway. You walk past several classrooms. As you make it to the center of the hallway, there is sort of this large, there's a set of windows sort of built into this interior wall, and you can see into what looks like a desk and then another room behind, but on the door, printed in large letters, it says principal's office. So you make your way past that into the room next door, where the sort of glowing light is coming out. Who's in front?
I would try and rush sneak.
Okay.
It's my best friend Ruby. Okay, I gotta be cool.
Your best friend Ruby. So you, Mike, with the other 3 following behind, you make your way past the principal's office and towards this door that has been left ajar. You sort of peek in, pushing the door open, and you are met with a strange sight indeed. In this room, which sort of it's a classroom for all intents and purposes, but it has been rearranged and sort of the things inside moved into a strange setup. There are rows of chairs that have what look like harnesses attached to them, just like set in like 3 rows. And in front of each chair, there is a sort of black metal rolling cart with a TV set on it, facing the chair. And from the backs of all these TVs, there are these cables winding back toward the wall that sort of butts up to where the principal's office would be. There is on this wall a huge computer, this sort of massive screen, like a supercomputer with keyboards and buttons and pieces and cables and all sorts of stuff. And you see sort of sitting in the chairs, in several of these chairs, there are adults. They don't look at you. They don't sort of register that anything has happened around them. They are just staring at these TV screens that are in front of them. But in one of the chairs, strapped into the harness, staring at one of the TV screens, is Ruby.
Well, because I don't comprehend or empathize or investigate normally, I'm gonna go start trying to save Ruby.
Wait, Mike.
Yeah, Mike just runs into the room.
The smartest person, okay?
Darn it.
Weird. What's with those weird TVs? Those
Those
chairs.
I don't know. I don't know if it's something where I have to get closer, but there's the skill calculate, which I have some points in.
Okay.
Which is the ability to know how technical object works and how to use them. I don't know if that'd be closer to calculate or comprehend, which is understand what's going on.
I'll say it's TVs and computers. We can, if you're saying calculate because that's the one you have the points in, we can.
My comprehend is better, but I'm okay with either one based on what you.
I'm gonna say. Yeah, I'm gonna say calculate is closer to what you're getting at.
Okay. I will.
So tech plus calculate.
Okay. And Barry's not good with electronics. I'm assuming that he can't.
He's bad with
figure out.
electronics. He starts chewing on
Okay,
one of the
if
wires.
the dog is anything like me as a person, then yeah, Barry's actually pretty good with electronics.
No, he starts chewing on one of the big wires.
God
That's
damn it.
probably a smart thing to do right now. He
That's
can't
another 0. I'm going to use my last luck
Okay.
and re-roll it.
Okie doke.
Why not? 1 success.
Hey.
Okay, so you get to ask 2 questions in the calculate list.
What is its purpose?
Okay.
Can I ask that first and then ask my second question?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So you Mel sort of look at what is going on here, and you sort of peek around, kind of edging into the room, and you see all these TVs hooked up to this supercomputer on one side, and the supercomputer, the big screen is on, but it is dark, so you can see that it's sort of backlit, and that something is happening, but the TVs are all showing, from what you can see where you are, the same thing. You see shots of familiar areas of Fountain City. It looks almost like a promotional video, or like those tourist commercials that are like, visit South Carolina, you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
But for Fountain City. It's hard to hear from where you are, but there's sort of these images of Fountain City as this like idyllic community, like a promotional video for your town. But you can also see as these videos are playing, every so often the screen of the supercomputer will flash, and sort of in time with what is happening on the TV screens, different words will appear. So it will hit a beat in the video and the supercomputer will flash the words "new era." You also see after a moment the words "conform," "obedience," and then shortly afterwards, "safety," "happiness," and then finally, as the video sort of comes to an end, the word "forever." And then as the video starts up again, it starts to cycle back through these words. This is, I think, from Mel's perspective, you've probably read a lot of science fiction, right?
Yeah.
Subliminal messaging.
Okay. So they're like being brainwashed. My second question would be then who built it?
Well, are you making your way into the room at this point, or are you staying out in the hallway?
I guess if Mike went in, I guess so. My stupid cousin's gonna get himself kidnapped.
Okay. You make your way into the room, and as you're sort of taking in what's happening, next to the computer, sort of sitting kind of cocked to one side on one of the keyboards, you see a folder. You look at it, and on the front, in this black print, it says Karen Fraser, hypnotic programmer, DART. And underneath, stamped in these large red letters, it says classified.
And it's like a file folder, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm grabbing that.
Okay, you take.
Mike, just hurry up.
Mark would now be positioned between Ruby and the screen, so she's just looking straight at him.
Okay. She's looking right
Is
at
she
you.
strapped in?
She is. She's sort of strapped in these harnesses that look like belts that are kind of keeping her strapped to the chair. But she, unlike the adults in the room, sort of as you break the barrier and stand in between her and the TV, she blinks, and she makes this face as if she has like a splitting headache. But she recognizes that you're there, and is like, Mike, what the hell?
I'm gonna offer a piece of chili because why not? It's the only thing I have. I don't really have painkillers. Chili?
I don't have use of my arms. Brett, can you undo the
Okay.
thing?
Yeah, and I'll start working on that.
Okay.
Do I need to do
That's
anything,
just-
or does it just work?
No, it's just like belts. You can probably just
Okay.
do it.
Okay, Di's gonna go look at the other adults.
Okay.
Just like, hello.
Are there any that we recognize as maybe people
Yeah.
around town?
Probably. I don't know. Would any of your parents be on the PTA?
Probably not.
I'm wondering if maybe my dad would, to try and get some feeling of importance.
Oh.
Ooh, interesting.
Oh, juicy gossip.
Well, he would now. Yeah, I mean, some of these are your sort of classmates' parents. One of them is definitely the vice principal of the school, and sort of off on the end of one row, Axel is your dad, just chilling, chilling in a chair, not strapped in a harness or anything, just watching the nice video about Fountain City.
I'll go over there and be, Dad?
Nothing.
I don't know if I should try and wake him up. Kind of looking at Danny because I'm assuming the others are
Yeah.
occupied with Ruby.
This is real weird. I mean, part of me wants to look at what's on the screen, but that's kind of creepy. They're all just like staring at it.
No, don't look at it. What do you do? Don't
Slap
look at
him. Slap him.
Hey,
Slap him.
If he's so far gone that they don't need to tie him in, then maybe he'll try and do something bad if he wakes up. I don't know.
Slap him.
just what if we just unplug it? It's gonna kind of like look at the cords and see if they lead to like a like a power, like to.
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be plugged in somewhere, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So all the cables are sort of leading. There's like this huge, sort of massive cables leading to this computer on the wall, and then the computer it's plugged into. I don't know, a power strip somewhere over there. But yeah.
Should we
Just-
unplug it or should we just leave it alone? Do you think your dad's gonna get mad?
How many adults are there in the room currently?
There are probably 6 of them.
Okay. And how many of them are also restrained?
None of them.
Okay, so all the adults are unrestrained.
Yeah, just Ruby.
Okay.
We should probably wait till we got Ruby free and ready to run again.
Yeah, I'll say after a minute, Mike. I think especially with if Mel is nearby, you guys have sort of taken Ruby out of these restraints, and she stands up and is kind of shaking her head like. I mean, I always thought I wanted to be in a movie, but this is terrible.
You're technically only watching one, you're not in one yet, so
Thanks, Mike. Great, very helpful.
yeah. Thank you.
So what? They just like sat you down and told you to watch it?
I only remembered bits and pieces, but we gotta go.
All right. Well, there's a door out that way. That's how we got in. Oh, actually, we should probably go. I don't know. Can we hear the music that was coming from Axel's
I
boombox?
think you can hear it on my. At this point, I think it's still playing because you did roll very good. So it's like they're trying to figure out how they can just really kill it
Mm-hmm.
permanently. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
still playing.
it starts distorting a bit, and you're like,
Oh no. I mean, I think I can hear it still playing. But we should probably get.
Is that
take it
Iron
back.
Maiden?
Yeah, it is.
I think she looks at you, Axel, and to much to Mike's dismay, she goes, "Cool."
I changed my Axel is freaky, but I hate it.
Axel, what are you doing about your dad's situation?
I think I will try just like a shake of the shoulder, see if that does anything. But
Do you say anything, or you just shake him?
Dad, hello?
Oh man.
Spoopy.
Roll for
Kitten.
something heart related. Not contact, that's the wrong one. Oh, God, I keep making you roll for charm, huh? I don't know.
I'm apparently a very charming boy.
I guess just a super sweet boy. Roll for charm, heart plus charm.
Sweet boy who listens to that devil music.
Mhm.
Well, that's 0 successes.
Okay. Yeah, you push on him and you say, Dad? This just got so sad.
Lion King hasn't come out. You can't reference it.
Ah!
Get up,
and,
Dad.
Oh no, stop it.
What's your dad's
uh,
name? Mufasa? You kill Mufasa.
You shake him and sort of call out to him. And there is a moment where he reacts and he looks down at you and he smiles. And he says, "Everything's all right." And he turns back to the TV and he keeps watching it.
Let's get out of here.
All right.
We can try pulling the plug, maybe.
Okay. I think
You
it's
don't
this
pull the plug
one.
on your old man.
He's not plugged into it.
If we, we might be able to, like, I don't know. I started going to a southern accent because all of you guys are doing it, and I cannot do that.
Join the party.
We could, like, I don't know, smash the breakers outside or something and try to, like, shut down the power.
Oh. That is very badass of you.
I don't know if we want to be that destructive and let them know how much we're on to them.
I read about Batman doing it once, so.
I'm going to have to agree with my cousin here. And we should smash up the breakers outside.
Yeah, because
All
if
right,
they're...
we
I've got this folder. We can read more about this. It must have something to do with Dart. I assume I know what Dart is. Kinda, maybe. Do I?
You know it exists.
Uh,
Yeah, having a government facility pick your town to like put one of their buildings in is like kind of a point of pride for some of the boomers. So.
but if they're...
Axel is at a point of pride. You're the one with the boombox.
Wow.
Boomer.
I think my mom is a scientist at DART.
Yeah, your mom works there, so.
If they're brainwashing people, then, you know, we need to stop it.
We gotta call like the FBI or something. It's bigger than the cops.
I do just want to point out that we're 12 and probably not something we should be looking at. Let's pass it off to an adult. Because
I mean,
not
I
one of
tried,
these ones, obviously.
What if all the
because-
adults are like bonkers?
I tried to call the cops earlier, and they didn't really seem to care.
Yeah, but you also don't sound very authoritative.
Well, I don't need to. I was calling 911. I told them they
let's
were
get out of here before they come back.
taking kids, and they just said, cool.
Wait, you like just said they just said cool?
Basically.
Maybe they watched the same thing too.
As
Like,
they are
hey, do you
bickering,
guys-
Axel
do you
goes
guys
over to the
think
plug.
That, like, maybe this is a conversation we can have out of the creepy brainwashing room?
Yeah, let's go.
In
let's
the
go.
hallway?
A suggestion.
Okay,
in
good
the
point.
hallway.
All right.
Also, I also want to ask, Mel, how come you've taken this long to inform us that the cops just said, cool, they're taking kids? Like, that seems like it should be a little bit higher up on the information.
Axel, what are you accomplishing?
I am going over to the plug and trying to use my little 12-year-old might to pull it out of the wall.
Great. Do
Get
like the force
Isn't it just
body.
Bob, can't
plus
you
force.
just...
Yeah.
He's little.
Okay.
You're 12.
Could I
Got a child lock on it.
Okay, could I preemptively help in that I sort of like looked at them and like pointed out and it's like it's probably this one.
Sure.
Okay, so I
Okay.
get +1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
an extra dice.
Yep. Okay.
Did Axel take a condition for sucking and waking his dad up?
No, he's fine right now. He might get electrocuted though.
That is a success.
Oh.
Child
Hey.
lock makes you
Yeah.
need 2.
So yeah, with Danny sort of pointing out help because she's technical. You know, you guys know how technology works. Yeah, you sort of go over and start pulling on the plugs of things, and eventually you pull the right one, and there's a sound as this very, very large computer starts powering down.
All right, let's go.
Do the adults do anything?
Nope, not
It's
at this
probably
moment.
really dark in here now.
Very dark. Do any of you have dark vision?
Yeah,
You don't. You're 12.
I got it when I was 11. I'm from Australia.
Oh, that's right.
And I've made all those deals with Satan.
That's right.
I'm-
Yeah.
Well, consider
We
we
live
were
in the
born
Underdark down there.
my birthday was in
That's why they call
February.
it the land down under.
If my birthday was in February and it is August, I'm half 12 in, so I should have partial dark vision.
Jesus. Okay. God, I'm sorry I asked.
Mel
Oh
really
my
loves pirates,
gosh!
so he just moves the pirate patch to the other side so we can see at night.
Morgan, Morgan, do you have any bad jokes to make?
No, I will hold my peace at this time.
Okay.
Name one bad joke.
Morgan gets a DM.
What's brown and
inspiration.
sticky?
No, that's
A
nothing.
stick.
Yeah, you
That's
all,
my bad joke
um,
for the night.
It's very good. All those are incredible. You all get a DM inspiration, which means nothing because we're not playing D&D, but you feel good about yourselves. You make your way with Ruby in tow out into the hallway, and very briefly, I think from both sides, I think you finally hear outside the music stop, and you start to hear footsteps echoing down these very laminate hallways. Very briefly, all of you sort of duck into another classroom nearby that is sort of darkened, and press yourselves up against the wall as some of the adults come rushing down the hallway, not knowing where you are, not noticing you, and into the room with all the TVs. You can hear sort of talking and the sort of chattering back and forth coming from that room as you look around the room that you have ducked into to hide. You see another room that's been taken over by these video obsessed people. You see just stacks and stacks around you that you are currently hiding in of videotapes. There are some movies you recognize, some movies you don't. Mike, I think a lot of these are at least sort of vaguely familiar to you. You can probably sort of peg at least what genre they are. Lots of horror movies, lots of thrillers, lots of pretty violent action movies. And then there's just a whole stack of rom-coms kind of on one side, on the raunchier side of movies. And then Mel sort of looking over into one corner, you see this whole stack of comics, just huge, taller than you, this stack of comic books, and then next to it these just stacks of books. There is Axel in another corner, just a huge pile of cassette tapes, different bands, many of which I think you recognize. And then kind of pushed off to one side, there are more of these carts with the televisions on them, and then pieces of recording equipment. There's cameras, there's sound equipment, all of this stuff, and several other things that are sort of scattered around this room, which we will explore next time, because we're going to have to end our session there.
Is this your Footloose fanfic that we're getting into now?
Why do you think I need to rewrite Footloose?
I don't know.
Well, the chat has some interesting suggestions for what is happening. But I don't know. We'll find out whether or not it's my Footloose fanfic next time. Very quickly, God, let me put on the happy music because this one's stressing me out. Do you guys want like the really happy music or the chill happy music?
Really happy music.
Over the top.
I got the joy.
This one's good.
Yeah, this one.
Okay, we'll do this one. Very quickly, let's do experience, because you get that
Oh yeah.
at the end of your session. So
Oh,
after the mystery, or at the end of the session, if the mystery continues, which you guys know me, it always continues. The kids get experience points, which is what you can use to increase your skills. There are 5 questions, and I'm going to ask them all to you in quick succession right now. The first one is, did you participate in the session? Because the great thing about this game is that everybody that's there gets 1 XP.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Did you participate, all of you? Did
Yeah.
you really? You did, extremely.
I participated as 2 characters.
You did. It was incredible. You still only get 1 XP,
Damn it.
but your work is
Okay.
noted. Have you been in trouble because of your problem, which you all have on your character sheet, or your relationships?
So
Now, does
trouble.
that-
My question
with
was
the
going to be, how do we
capital T.
define trouble? Is there like
Trouble, capital T trouble is anything you have had to roll for.
okay.
Any situation in which you're in danger, anything that sort of forces
Mhm.
you to roll or to act, is considered trouble.
When it says the relationships, I assume that means it would have to be more in line with what our actual relationship is, not just we're a party, and so
Yeah, so your relationships that you have picked, or your, I guess anybody watching at home, if you're familiar with the bonds system, bonds or anything like that, but everybody has a relationship with everybody else in the party, as well as with some NPCs, which is why we want to sort of flesh those out. So, I don't know, what do you guys think?
I don't think any of
Well, I don't
apply
even know
this
who
time.
I don't know who my rival is, so my problem's not one. You know, it's like Axel maybe trying to come onto my anchor.
We'll see where that goes.
But the only person I really had a thing with was Melville when he was crying like a little angry
Yeah.
girl.
So
I
does
don't know if
him
that counts.
does him rolling to like help me when I was angry, and does that count as a trouble or being in trouble?
Yeah, anything you have to roll for counts as a trouble.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we all probably got that one. Well,
Yeah, because I was thinking. I mean, the closest one I have is
it's
because
to be
my
relationships actually.
my relationship with Mike. I don't think either one of my for Axel or Danny really made me roll. Mike is for him. It's Mike is my cousin and friend. So I was thinking about whether I specifically rolled because of Mike being my
Yeah,
cousin. and
I
my
charged
friend.
into the room and you're like,
Yeah,
and
Yeah, well,
Thanks.
and I mean, I would extend it out to like putting you into like dangerous situations.
yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of there because like I've got a couple things for my problem and relationship with Danny that are connected, but it's also Axel would be there anyway, even if those weren't the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
And so
that's
it's
kind of where I
kinda-
was too. Is like I think I'd be doing this anyway, even if Mike wasn't specifically the one kind of pushing it forward.
but then you would have been able to link to the other 2. See, I
I'm
can
gonna
see
give it
Danny
to-
throwing the
yeah.
tape to save Axel as you were well hidden. Then you stood out to be like, hey, leave him alone.
Mm-hmm.
And then Axel
Yeah.
played music to get the adults to go chase him so we could sneak out.
Yeah, I'd say we probably all did that.
I would
but-
say be generous with yourselves.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm
If you
just
feel
thinking
like
what-
it's connected, then I would, yeah.
After this, we do
Unless you're
something.
just making like wild leaps. I feel like if you can say it's connected, then you can have it.
We all did a role which could have hurt us to help someone else
Someone
in the
else.
party. Then
Yeah.
we didn't
Yeah,
have to.
though that is point number 4 for the end of session question.
Oh yeah, did you put yourself at risk for the other kids?
Yeah. So I'd say anything
Let's
like
not read it.
I don't. You guys can't get too much XP in this game. I would say anything like specifically, if you put yourself in a dangerous situation that's like specifically relating to one of those relationships,
Mm-hmm.
fine.
Yeah.
And then we'll hit the more like general point later in the question.
Okay.
Or
If
later
I
in
can
the,
count my
some
anchor
questions.
as an NPC relationship, then yeah,
Yes.
I did.
Yes, you
Yes.
absolutely can.
Kidnap
Okay.
my anchor all the time. It's an XP point.
Did you use or struggle with your pride?
I
Nobody
definitely
used
did.
Not
their
yet.
I
pride.
mean, I kind of did with I can make mixtapes, but I didn't use it per se. Like I didn't check my pride.
Yeah.
But you struggled with it a little bit. I would say at the very beginning, because you gave
Sure.
to anyone, and then had to be like, "Oh wait, are you gonna play this in front of everybody?"
Oh wait.
Like,
Also,
I'm
there
really
may or may not be a
not
secret.
like me?
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody not like me? Because my
Anyone
pride is
not like
everybody
you?
likes me. Ah.
No, I don't think. I think Mel got frustrated with you. I don't think he doesn't like you.
Yeah.
I definitely.
The verdict's still out.
I definitely struggled with my pride, which is nothing scares
Okay.
me. And I had we kind of talked about it on the break, but I was
Yeah.
like, I was having a hard time there. I think Mel was having a hard time there, like wanting to be a hero, but also not wanting to put everybody in danger by acting stupid.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Stupid acting is my job.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you put yourself at risk for the other kids? I think you all did this.
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure. So one for that, and then have you learned something new?
Mm-hmm.
What is
Yeah.
it? Says the
This
follow-up
town
question.
is
What
messed up.
is it?
This
People
town
being
is messed
brainwashed,
up.
Joe.
People are being brainwashed.
Apparently, D&D is of the devil.
That's
It is
not new.
1985.
I know. Oh, I
What is
got
this
it.
role-playing game they speak of?
Ruby likes Iron Maiden. Like that too.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's something you learned.
Next second, Mike's gonna have an Iron Maiden shirt on when he goes into Blockbuster next, which is some
You
shit.
can
So,
you can use any and all information you gain to change things as you see fit. So yeah, that's how we do XP. And
Okay.
spending XP in this game is real simple. Those questions are the only way you get it. And then the only thing you can spend it on is you can spend 5 XP to increase one of your skills by 1. So
Oh.
5 XP for 1 point. So the skills are they're
Sneak,
labeled as
roll,
skills, but
smooth.
there's like 12 of them or whatever. So yeah, sneak, tinker, charm. any
Okay,
of those
so you
that we
could,
used
if you
in
hit
this.
all of them,
Yeah,
get
you could get 5 protection.
every session. Oh, okay.
A
I'm gonna have to
quick
keep these
note-
up next time, so I
yeah.
remember.
A quick note to all of you guys for banking XP. You can only bank 10 at a time.
Yep.
So
Which is as
Spend
much as
them-
the sheet holds.
yeah, so spend them before or after, because if you get any extra, you just don't have them. So you can bank 10 at a time. You can spend XP before any session or after any session, but not during, to up 5 XP to up one of your skills by 1. So essentially, once you hit 5, decide what skill you want to up. But yeah, that's how it works. It's very simple.
is there a cap to the skills? Is there 5?
5.
5, yeah.
Yeah, so 5 points in a skill is the cap. And that's how it works. That's the
Very
simple
cool.
thing. All right.
That was fun. Thank you.
You guys have a
That was
good
a
time?
lot of fun. Yeah.
I had a really fun time on this end of it, so I'm excited to see where this goes.
Learning so much
Love
about
it.
the 80s and Australia.
So much
Yeah.
about
2
Australia.
for
Where
1.
dogs, where dogs go moose.
Oh boy.
We will be back in 2 weeks on, I believe, February 6th. If I'm reading the calendar correctly, which I literally never am. Yeah, February 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for the next installment of this new season of All Myths Are True, and the next exciting piece of this mystery. So join us then. In the meantime, on Saturday, come hang out at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We have an episode of Saturday Nights. It's all of us. It's these people right here, as well as I think maybe a new face or 2 that might be joining us to fight some big monsters, but we'll see. That's going to be really fun. And then on Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we have a new episode, the second episode of our new Pathfinder mini-series. We're playing Pathfinder 2E. It's called The Pursuit of the Black Kestrel. Sean runs it, some of us playing it, and we've 1 episode in, and it is buck wild. So come hang out with us. And some other fun stuff in the meantime. But until then, well, any last words?
Nope.
Okay. Well
Keep
then,
it radical.
Catch
We
you on
will-
the flip side.
We will see you in 2 weeks for another awesome 80s episode. And until then, good game.
Quiet, Barry.
Cheap, cheap. Bork, bork. And catch you on the flip side, Internet.
Rock on, internet.
Bye, internet.
Good night, internet.